my beautiful gemstones. Welcome to Wednesday night's live intuitive oracle. And I'm so glad you guys came to hang out with us. Happy National Paranormal Day. And I was also mistaken. I thought today was also International Harry Potter Day or National, one or the other. So I wore my brand new Hogwarts shirt, but apparently that was yesterday. Hedwig's still at mom's. So there's a couple things going on. As you guys can probably tell by my voice, I caught RJ's strep. It's a lot more than just my throat, and I'm really not feeling too good tonight, but we're going to be okay. We're going to be on point. I want to say happy birthday to the amazing and incredible Mike Roberts, and I hope that he at least stops in. Nutslap should be back tonight. All right, so we've got all of our gemstones coming in and getting back to it with us. Also, I'm having issues with my lights where it's casting shadow. I don't know what's going on, guys, but I figured it's better to stream with a little bit of shadow than to not stream at all. What is up, everybody? I'm so glad to see you all. I really am. I'm going to announce the winner of the Golden Palm Healing Stone charged by Miss Paranormal Pixie herself, and that was for anyone who ordered one of the half-price readings for the month of May. The way Steven and I chose the winner, and I forgot to even tell Lara, which I'm so sorry, Lara, if you're listening. I took everyone who paid for the reading. I put a number between 1 and 25 next to their name, and then I had Steven pick how many prizes did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 prizes and 2 consolation prizes, which I don't have on me, so I'm just going to wait to announce those. And this is the order in which it fell. Let me say hi to everyone, and I will let you all know. I don't even think anyone who won is in here right now, but it is what it is. Most of them will be here later. Eris Mana sneaking in there. I see you. I see you. Ghostdragonzw, fancy meeting you here. Smoochie, smoochie. Don't worry. I am sending out those earrings to you, baby girl. Probably this or definitely by Monday or Tuesday next week. I'm home now, so I don't have all of my stuff, guys, for like merch and boxes and all that. So it's a little bit hard, but I will make it work and get this stuff out to you as soon as possible. Melissa Nicole, so nice to see you. I hope you hang out and get a reading. Richard Elmore, what's up, sweetie? Josephine Van Dam, Brent Fleener, I am so happy to see you. Blue Crossroads, you as well, sir. Madison Teague, what's up, girl? Yeah, if you keep refreshing, it shows you the more accurate number. Vixen Doe, what's up, girl? Jules Enigma, hi, baby girl. Aunt Edna, Tracy, Triton, oh, I missed you. I was thinking about texting you today, but I am just not feeling well. I feel like absolute and total dog poop. Divine Empathic Tarot, I've been sharing your videos as I see them. Guys, speaking of tarot, kind of, because I don't read tarot, I read oracle. I am going to be starting the Anytime Oracle that I've been talking about for over a year now. I finally have the time to do it. People are going to be annoyed and be like, you're doing too much oracle. What happened to the paranormal stuff? And it's like, I'm still doing the same amount of paranormal stuff. Anytime Oracle is, no matter when I put it out, you can come back to it 3 years from now. You can watch it 2 months from now. If you're drawn to the message will apply to you. I'm starting off slow and steady. 1 for each sign each month, and then hopefully we can progress from there. So let's see if anyone else came in while I've been rambling. Cowie, hello. Roger Blair, what's up, boo? So it's pretty dreary and rainy here in northern New Jersey, so I hope the Wi-Fi stays how it is. I am cold one second and boiling the next second. So I've got my sweatshirt, I've got the window, I've got 2 bottles of water, I've got my trusty vape and a Red Bull. I don't know what else to do except hang out with you guys. I could not miss this stream. So one more thing, Dargo Janus, and I hope he comes in later so I can tell him, and Blue Heron. Blue Heron, Dargo, if you're listening, I recently got a new phone. I got the Galaxy S23 Ultra, switched over from my iPhone, and about 200 out of the 500 numbers in my phone did not transfer over. I have both of y'all's May reading, but cannot send them to you because I don't use Facebook Messenger and I don't have your phone number. So I put up a post in the community hoping you guys would get back to me. Luckily, Miss Arlene saw it, but nobody else seemed to. I also got in touch with Blue on Facebook. So if you're interested in your May reading, please hit me up. Anyone waiting for a May reading, there one person, Miss Grey Wolf, and Andrew, I'm also going to read for. It'll come in this week. Chillin' Charlie and Natty and Weed, Gemma. Yeah. I don't like marijuana. It makes me so goofy and like out of control feeling. And then it moves into paranoid. I had one sentence left in my drafts. I don't know what that means. You want a reading? Yeah, I can do that for you. Sure. Divine Empathic, could you email me though at GemmaJadeParanormal@gmail.com? Anything like gummy or tincture, it's like somehow blocked. I don't know. It's so weird. Like unless I'm inhaling something, my Suboxone will block it. Decker coming in strong. You're so welcome. And I hope that it penetrated and that it got through, because I think that, everyone's message always so important, but I believe that every once in a while someone will stumble in that really needs to hear something, and I believe that's why they're brought to me and to this channel. So I'm so glad that you enjoyed your reading. Thank you so much for that amazing, generous donation. Ryan Smethurst, paranoia will destroy you. Absolutely. And hot tea and honey, yes, I'm going to do that after stream. No more tiny bookcase. No more. But I can still put it behind me because the way this is set up, I'm so much closer to it that it would only look like the bookcase. I was actually thinking what you get. I email. Yes. And I will not forget again too, because I'm also waiting on emails from Ghostdragonzw with a different project we're working on. So I definitely have to check my emails after stream. So no worries. Let's bring in the man of the hour and then we can just get started and anything else that comes up. Oh, and then I'll announce the winners.
Hello. Yes, I'm in.
Henry. Sorry,
Hello,
I always
Henry.
interrupt you because somebody new came in. Henry
Oh, yeah.
X, hi. Welcome. If you would like a reading, let us know so you don't have to wait in line because you are new. I'm pretty sure you've never been in here before, but welcome. Feel free to hang out. I do have a new deck this week. I've been getting new decks every week because you guys have been so generous. It's Gateway to the Liminal Spirits, and it is absolutely incredible. So the deal was for the past 3 weeks that anyone that ordered a half price reading for the month of May was going to get, thanks to the beautiful generosity of Miss Paranormal Pixie, a golden healer palm stone, which I did put pictures of up in the community. And she's going to Reiki charge it, energetically cleanse it, and we're going to send it out. And Steven and I did like a little numbers game thing, wrote down all the people. So consolation prizes, I believe one of them is a crystal heart, but I don't remember which one. I've got to get the consolation prizes from my mom's house. They are pure crystal something. It's either going to be an owl. It's either going to be a heart. They're going to go to Tennille and KC. Okay, so Lotus Girl and Miss KC. Bat Mom got the green aventurine feminine energy dragon. Dargo got the green aventurine masculine energy dragon. And the winner, oh wait, no. And Miss Shelley, I decided, my mom said she didn't mind. I've got some family heirloom earrings, okay? Lots of, jewelry. And I have a pair of earrings that have a genuine fire opal in them and they're sterling silver. And I was like, you know what? I have quite a few pairs of these, not the same exact ones, but with the fire opal and the sterling silver. And I thought, who can I give something personal of myself and my family to? I was like, one of the gemstones, right? Let's do it this way. So Shelley, those are yours. There's 2 of them, obviously. That is a real fire opal. And I will be sending these out, like I said, next week. And the winner of the Golden Healer Palm Stone, who is also not in here, New England Dirt Roadie. Yes, that huge stone, a citrine beauty. Yes, yes. So Blue Crossroads said, Ghostdragonzw, you really need to call him. And darling Deb, we have missed you. We have been wondering what the heck happened to you. And I didn't have your email anymore. So yeah. Okay, guys. Let's just get started. Who is first?
Well, since Mike's not here, since it's his birthday, we'll wait. Eris is here, so we'll go ahead and do Eris first.
Blue Crossroads, I got you. Thank you. Guys, too, like, there's at least 3 of you in here right now that I was supposed to call. like on the phone or on a video in the past week and a half. Some of you for sessions, some of you for business, some of you just to say hi because you wanted to talk to me. I have been dealing with what's going on with me, with RJ, basically since I got home, and now I'm dealing with it with me. So add that to the fact that I'm terrified of talking on the phone, and just give me some time. I will get to it. It's not just you. I've actually lost customers because of that. I was trying to think of where I'd seen you before. Yes, I did used to be on Spaced Out Radio. I think I was on there for about 6 months. Things are pretty okay. I am incredibly happy in my life and in my career, Chillin' Charlie. So, I mean, what more can I really ask for? I've learned not to expect anything. And I've also learned not to like focus on things so much. Like, if only this would happen, then I don't do that anymore. And it took me years of conditioning, but I think I'm finally under there. I'm finally almost there. I just got completely thrown off. Darling Deb, are you serious? Oh my God. Oh my God. You have to email me or text me with deets. Congratulations.
She needs the details.
Yeah, and we should probably at least text. Ryan Smethurst says, you and Big Willie were a lot of fun. Oh my God, I miss him so much. I really loved doing that show for the first few months when it was me, Willie, and John. We had so much fun. John and I are still dear friends. I haven't spoken to Willie, though. Not for any reason. Like, we didn't have some kind of like falling out or anything. He just has kids and his family and his career too. But oh gosh. So if I have to blow my nose, guys, I'm sorry. I even got my little powder brush here in case it gets red. I'm trying to. Hey, Bat Mom. I don't know if you heard, but you are the winner of one of the prizes for this month for the personal readings, and that is of the Dragon Green Aventurine. Nicholas. Yeah. There it is, baby. Well, you know what, darling Deb? I wish you all the love and happiness in the world. I really do. Now, with all that being said, let me stop rambling and get to Eris's reading. Oh, Bat Mom, I wish. Don't worry. In about 2 years from now, if anyone asks me that, I'll be able to be like, yeah, that's chump change. Please. Goals. Well, honey, you just won that. You won that necklace. I'm going to send it out to you, and a small box with like one of the handmade sprays with the crystals in it that I make, and some other little bits and bobs that I like to put in my boxes.
And she's trying to get me to cry, so you might get some dragon tears.
Oh, yeah. She said, I'm so excited. Guys, I don't mean to be gross. I really am sick. So, yes, okay. Eris, you got the card of the toad. Okay. Just remember why we're here. The amphibious toad begins its life in the water as a tadpole, then transforms to become a creature of the land. Oh, I got 2 bottles of water, baby. I knew it. I got 2 bottles of water.
I made sure too.
This speaks deeply to the toad's connection to adaptability, regeneration, and of course, transformation. These blessings have made the toad a symbol of fertility, wealth, and fortune in many cultures. However, its uncanny ability to camouflage itself paired with a warty appearance has earned the toad a reputation for being a familiar spirit of witches and a keeper of secrets. It's time to play a game of hide and seek. Be a master of camouflage in your search for the truth. Eris, but don't stay in disguise for too long or you might lose your way. You've reached a crossroads that seems difficult, but you are capable of weathering the storm and choosing the right direction. Take a chance on something that may seem unlikely to you because fortune will reveal herself to you. Eris, I do feel like this is a time where there are secrets being kept from you, but I don't feel it. I mean, it could be a person, right, that's keeping secrets from you, but I feel like it's more important that the universe is keeping something from you, but it's going to be revealed by the end of the month. I feel like this is sort of a test you have to pass. Taking a chance on something, okay? Kind of lying in wait in the shadows, if you will. Eris, it's like, how much information about something are you willing to collect before making a decision. The universe wants you to wait at least a few weeks before making a decision and wait for everything to be revealed. Now, in one other situation, it's probably best to just take the opportunity. Don't play games. Don't try to, like if it's for a job, don't try to like haggle for more money. Like take it, because it's going to end up working out in the long run. If it's a relationship, you know, go for it. You know, the universe is saying on the one hand, with one situation, definitely go for it in the next week or two, because you are going to be so pleasantly surprised. Okay. Whether it's in love, business, with your health, it doesn't matter. There's another situation though that I feel like you're reluctant about. Either you don't trust somebody, you don't trust a situation. The universe is saying it's good. You need to be careful in this situation. By the end of the month, all will be revealed, and then you can make a more informed decision. Shelly Montgomery, hi baby girl. I just wanted to show you the earrings you won. They are a family heirloom. They are fire opal, genuine, and sterling silver. I don't know if the lights really do them justice, but I just love them. But I have so many pairs with the fire opal. All right, who's next?
Smoochy.
Smoochy. Smoochy, I'm going to use the liminal spirits again for you. Yeah, they are really pretty. I love those earrings. Melissa Nicole, grocery shopping, huh? Time. These cards are so awesome, but they are in like really weird order. Oh, did I just... No. Okay. No. Oh, come on. They're not in like alphabetical order, but they're also not in like... It's so weird. Here it is. Okay. We tend to look at time as an adversary making us wait too long or pushing us to hurry up. You're welcome, Eris. But time is beyond the linear, and it's not confined to hour clocks and watches. Time is about marking the phases of the moon, observing the Earth's revolution around the sun, and understanding the schedules of our own bodies. We are beings of both lunar and solar cycles. When we seek to understand their timely influences upon us, we gain wisdom and we gain power. As the moon waxes and wanes, so shall you. Attune yourself to the flow of the lunar tides to strengthen your magic. Work with the lunar phases, not against them. Work with the lunar phases. Emphasis on the with. The setting of the sun marks the end of one day and the beginning of another. Things may be in transition, but there is new opportunity on the horizon. It's time to buckle down and set a schedule for yourself that makes sense for your mind, your body, and your spirit. Rushing has led to important details being overlooked or completely forgotten. So, Smoochy, so you do work with the lunar phases. That's great. I feel like there's something that you either rushed into or you didn't think all the way through. Now, you may not be aware that this is the case, because I don't think the effect of that has happened yet. So say, you know, this is just a very simple, silly example. You know, if you paint your nails and you don't wait long enough for them to dry, and then you put your hand in the washing machine to pull clothes out, you're unaware that your nails are not dry, and you just got paint all over the place, like something like that. It's like you're going along thinking everything's good, everything's fine. Then bam, you get hit with reality and you're like, oh crap, probably shouldn't have done A, B, and C. The universe is saying that's perfectly okay, because if you're working with the phases of the moon, if you're working with the lunar cycle, you're going to be able to get right back on track, because you're going to, I just got in my head, see things coming from a mile away. It's like you're finding things out and finding people out and revealing people without even really trying this month. So there's something going on with you and your abilities and your intuition that is just making it so strong. It's like you know things as fact, things maybe you shouldn't know. This is saying make sure to pay attention, make sure that you're getting enough sleep, make sure that you're eating right, make sure that everything that you're doing, and this is the most important message, is okay by you. That you're not doing so many things that are draining your energy, draining you physically, draining you mentally for everyone else, and not filling yourself back up. Okay, if you're working with the moon phases, then you know how to treat yourself. You know which times to do what and not to do what. If you are doing that, then this is a warning to make sure you continue to do that and pay close attention to what's happening when. Remember, we're also in a Mercury retrograde. Mike Roberts, happy birthday! You better come back because we're going to read for you as soon as you come in. Ooh, fried rice. You can do it.
Okay. We'll get
No
Mike
surgery on the full moon. No. Mm-mm. Full moon, by the way, guys, is on the 5th. I think it's Friday. Full moon. Cinco de Mayo. Sorry about that.
It's all right. Your next is Melissa.
Melissa. Let's use the Human Spirit Oracle. I have so many new decks, guys. I want to get the Magical Dimensions Oracle, but I'm being cheap about it. Oh, I got to get a rice cooker. I need a blender. I started those 310 nutritional shakes. They were really good if I added 2 small tablespoons of Nesquik to it. And now
taking the can and going like this.
No, now I can drink them for breakfast and they're really helping. Oh, we love you too.
Yes, we do.
All right, Melissa, let's see what's up.
Or I hope to see you again, Decker. Please come back.
Bye, Decker. Next time, let us know and I'll read for you before you have to leave. Thank you so much for coming in. No worries, Divine Empathic. I got you. Okay, Melissa, you got the card of Spill the Tea, but you got it in the shadow position in the reverse. Madison, if you want to reach out to me through text message, I still have the same phone number, just a different phone, or email me. I can help you with that. It's so easy. You just open the deck, knock on it, and read. But I'll teach you how to cleanse it first and all that. It'll come to you, trust me. If it's an ability and gift that you have, it'll come to you. If not, you can learn it. Melissa, Spill the Tea in the reverse. Card number 43. Solace Oracle is the oracle I was talking about last week that I want so bad. It's $45, so it's probably going to be about a month before I can get it, but I'm getting it. And then there's one on pre-order called The Beloved Dead. Someone's in my house. Might be the guy with the cat. Might be the guy with the cat. Hold on.
Oh, that's right. I'll be right back. You're getting the kitty cat back today.
Yeah, he got his little nuggets clipped. Yeah, it's just Pete. Okay. Pete, if you're listening or watching later, thank you so much. Ralphie got his rabies vaccine. I'm hoping he calms down. If he doesn't by the 15th, then we're going to bring him back to Pete. You're so welcome. Yeah, Madison, make sure you do, because I have no issue helping you. If it doesn't come to you automatically, which probably it will, then you can learn it. All right, Pete, thank you. Thanks. Okay, thank you. He's adorable. He's like 23 years old, and he looks like the grown-up. He looks like the grown-up version of Dennis the Menace. He's just so adorable. He's like super
He's the one I met at the. He's the one I met there at the.
You met him, yes. He looks
real
like
nice
a grown-up Dennis the Menace. Well, does. Madison, I have a 4.5-year-old. I don't know what else to call them. I'm not going to use the word balls, okay? All right. Because I made that mistake with Damien when Damien was RJ's age. And Damien, in the middle of Thanksgiving dinner at his father's parents' house, who are like these richy, well, the mother is like snobby people, he jumps up and goes, my balls, and starts grabbing himself.
I can see that happening too.
So I no longer called him anything but nuggets. Okay, sorry, so sorry. People probably left. People are like, I hate this girl. All right, Melissa. Hey, is your name Gabby? Because you sure can be a gossip. Living in the rumor mill and slinging dirt seems to bring you some kind of twisted joy. Take a step back and understand what you're doing could cause another person damage, and realize that you might be lingering a little too long in the shade with a tipped teapot to make yourself feel better. take inventory on this and figure out how to make yourself happy. We usually tend to talk about others when we don't like exactly where we are at. I got a bit of a different message on this, and you know that I would tell you, like, if I felt like that was the case, Melissa, I'd be like, dude, what do you... No, no, Madison did not mean clothes. I would tell you, like, listen, girl, I don't know where this gossip thing is coming in. So possibly you might be, but what I'm getting more so, Melissa, is that you are, maybe you are gossiping, you know, and the universe is telling you to calm down with it before it comes back to bite you in the butt. But what I'm mainly seeing here, like the bigger picture message, is you're saying something about someone that is true. Okay. You're not throwing shade at this person. Okay. And you'll know if you're gossiping and talking a lot about people. Just don't do that if you are, because it's going to come back to bite you very quickly. This message, though, is like somebody in your orbit is a narcissist, a toxic person, and you're upset and you're telling people about the way you're being treated. Whether these people are believing you or not, some of them are going back to the person and telling them. The person is not coming to you and saying, I know you said this about me. They're just saving it all up for a later date to blast you with. You cannot trust everyone that you're talking to about your relationship with this person. It doesn't have to be romantic. Okay, it could be a friendship. It could be someone in your family. There's someone here that's treating you really badly and has been. And I feel like you're just trying to reach out. You're just trying to, you know, not question your reality anymore. But there are some of them that don't believe you and that are going back to that person, and it's all going to come back to bite you. So what I would say for the next week or two is, number one, if you're gossiping about people behind their back, watch that. Hey, Donna, what's up, Mama Bear? If you, and on the other case, even if what you're saying is true, make sure you only tell a couple of people. I know when we have people like that in our lives, we want to shout it from the rooftops, like how horrible this person is. And we want people to understand where we're coming from. But I need you to understand that it doesn't matter who relates to you or understands you. You know your own truth. You know your own reality. Okay. So don't let anyone make you question it. And just watch who you go to for advice. Donna, what's up, Mama? I was thinking about you. Let me know if you're going to leave so I can give you a reading, because I know you go to sleep fairly early. I hope to see you this Sunday, but as you can hear, I am really bad sick. No, it is not good to gossip. I feel like a lot of the time we get caught up with people who, you know, that's kind of who they are. They're toxic. They're always talking about someone. And especially when we're in situations that are abusive, whether abusive relationships, or when we're not feeling the best about ourselves. Tracy, okay, I got you. It's like, it makes us feel better to know that other people are doing crappy or other people are feeling crappy, but we have to pull ourselves out of that. Otherwise, okay, we can get too sucked in, and then it starts affecting our energy in a negative way. Donna, unless it was after 6 o'clock, I did not get it. But from 6 on, I was opening, doing yoga, meditating, all that kind of stuff. And I have not touched my phone except to take some Snapchats. Yeah, it does. It can be hurtful, but I can understand when you're being abused, even if it's not physical, when you're feeling less than, it could be very easy to get sucked into talking about how less than someone else is, because it does make us feel better. We're only human. Gossip about ourselves. Yeah. Although when I do that, people tell me I'm shamelessly self-promoting. So I don't gossip. I self-promote. Who's next?
Okay. Richard Elmore. Hello, sir.
Tracy. Okay. Sorry. Every time you go to talk, I want to say something because I never stop talking. I know. Tracy, if you want, we can just read for you before 8. We have no problem with doing that. Okay, Donna. So Donna can be next after Richard. So Donna, at least hang out until I read for Richard, okay? Richard, we're going to do the Oracle of Shadows and Light. Yeah, and it's like, especially when you're very empathic, and especially when you're being put down a lot or have like that toxic narcissistic energy in your orbit, you do realize right away that you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. And if you're dealing with that person for long enough, you know that it's going to come back and bite you. But sometimes it can't be helped, you know? And I totally understand that. But if the universe is bringing that to you in a message, then you need to heed it, definitely. Richard, 3 witchy sisters, the power of 3. Card number 9. Mama, are you okay? Your energy is a little off tonight. You seem upset. Donna. These 3 witchy sisters are triplets, and they go everywhere together. Each one of them works with the others to keep their magical knowledge strong and very grounded and very simple too. Their hats are designed to connect them to celestial knowledge, all that is said to be above, and when they take them off, they connect to the earth, what is said to be below. They are very, very good at sensing what sort of energy is about, and they often visit people who know that something isn't quite right, but they just can't work out what it is. These sisters are like spooky antennae and use their powerful psychic skills to work out what's really happening. Once they identify the energy issue, they can then work on an antidote and share the right actions with you. Because for every problem that exists, the world of magic provides a solution. When your powers are focused in this threefold way, you create a powerful energy shift in the world around you and your world as a result of the consciousness you choose to create. Will change. The 3 witchy sisters speak. We can sense around you some strange energy, Richard, and we 3 are turning in so we can identify and explain to you what is happening in a wave of 3, very clearly, very simply, and without any fear at all. Because this problem may not even be a problem. It's simply something you don't understand yet. Let us come in, let us help you, and we will soon share exactly what it is, but you must help us by being aware, awake, and alert to everything that is around you. Something that has just happened will happen twice, then 3 times. Something that hasn't happened twice will happen one more time. Oh no, something that has already happened twice will happen one more time. This is really confusing. And something that has happened 3 times is now complete, finished, farewelled finally by the 3 who are in charge of these strands of fate that repeat in 3s till the lesson is learned. Richard, there's a repeating cycle for sure in your life, okay? Definitely either, I feel like it's negative. It's a negative repeating cycle, like you keep taking back the same person, you know, your ex who keeps manipulating you and lying and cheating and whatever they're doing, and you're like, you keep being sucked in. Universe is saying, when is enough going to be enough? I also feel here, and try to follow this message because it's a little wonky the way it's coming in. I don't know if I can really get it, like explain it well with words. The universe is saying like, okay, so there's a situation that has repeated. So either you went back to an old job, you took back an ex, you just started talking to someone on the phone again, and you feel really positive about that things are going to be different, that this is a totally different situation than the last time you connected with this person. The 3 witchy sisters are saying, you know, take your time and wait for everything to be revealed, because there is something about this situation or about this person that they are not telling you or that you have not learned yet. Okay, so once again, we have a message of do not rush in. Mark Webster, hi. Go to bed early and wake up early, yeah. Hey, TMP Press. Hello, Thomas. Hello, hello, hello. So good to see you. Donna, this one's for you. Thomas, I'm telling you, I am going to take yours and Connor's challenge, and I am going to come down to the swamps with you. You let me know when, and I'll be there. Okay, so Donna, you got the card of the hare, which is one I actually haven't pulled yet. The hare is associated with the powers of rebirth, fertility, sensuality, and intuition. As the hare is most active at night, it is frequently connected with the moon and retains a sense of mystery and mayhem. Guys, also, if you want autographed copies of any of my TMP Press magazine articles or the coloring book, you can always just ask and I will send them to you. It has a reputation, Donna, for being a bit of a trickster, which also feeds into the lore that the hare is a shapeshifter and witch familiar. The hare is capable of unpredictable, quick movement and great speed, but may also have spells of quiet stillness and even laziness. Only the hare knows what's next. Follow not the straight and wide path, but rather the crooked, curving, zigzagging one. It may not be the easiest route, but it's the most fulfilling one for you right now. Blessings of fertility and abundance of a physical nature or in terms of creativity and opportunity are coming your way, but sometimes there can be too much of a good thing, so really pace yourself. Check your ego, Donna. You might be feeling very heady about your abilities and status at the moment, but don't rest on your laurels for too long, or you'll miss out. I definitely know that you are not egotistical, like at all. You are literally one of the most humble people, especially women, that I've ever met in my entire life, that I've met in real life. But what this is saying is you do have good luck coming in. You do have fortune coming in. No matter what it is in your life, just say you're looking for a job, right? And you've been having like time after time, like you think you're going to get hired and the interview goes great, or you go in and you try out a shift and it goes wonderful, but you never get a call back. And you're like, what the hell? You're starting to feel like really low. I feel like it's the opposite of ego, right? You're feeling down. You might be feeling less than. The universe is saying all of that is happening for a reason, okay? Because something so much better. I don't even see this as like a job coming in. I see just like money. Like either someone just gives you a bunch of money, or you inherit a bunch of money, or you find a bunch of money. Definitely not win, because you're not going to be gambling, but there is money coming in for you that's going to help you. And I feel like once that happens, the universe is saying, listen, be happy, but pace yourself. Don't spend it all. Don't be everyone's friend. Don't play Santa Claus. Remember what happens, if you were to go broke, So don't get discouraged. Don't get upset. Keep pushing, keep trying, but understand that that's just for like, if you're looking for a job. I'm just saying it could be something else too. I don't like putting people's personal business out there. But there's something here that you've been trying and trying and trying, and it just seems like you're getting shut down, and it's something that you either want and or need so badly. The universe is saying by the end of May, this is going to be all figured out. You have people that will help you in the meantime, okay? And you're going to be just fine. Just try not to dwell on the negative. Try not to dwell on, for instance, with the job, not getting called back, or try not to dwell on, well, why didn't they give me that job? Things like that. If you could just focus on the positive, well, I have a roof over my head. My cat is, not Gemma's cat that attacks every time she walks by, or Lily Cat. Remember Lily Cat? Try to think of those things. My best friend is Gemma Jade, and she's so awesome, things like that. But yeah, something much better than you could ever expect, or that you're even aiming for, is coming in by the end of the month of May. Guaranteed. And it has to do with money, 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 money. I can't even sing. Did you guys hear that? Mm-hmm. I really hope I don't look like I'm glowing to you all like I do from my end. Sunny Bear, yay! Happy anniversary to Sunny Bear, Indiana. Happy anniversary, boo. Thanks for coming in. If you want a reading, let us know. You're going to have to hang out for a few minutes. Who's next? That would be whoever. Oh, I got to do
Tracy. Yes, yeah. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Tracy, I'm going to use the fairy tale oracle. Tracy, you're another one that I feel, I've been feeling it lately too. Like it's been calling to me. Donna, I love you. And I will definitely message you tomorrow. I know you'll be sleeping by the time I'm done with this stream. And hopefully I feel better than this on Sunday, and we can get together and have dinner or something. I've been feeling just very sad with your energy. And I keep being told, like my guides keep telling me to reach out to you. But because I've been sick and have everything going on, I haven't. And I've actually gotten scolded for not. Yeah, I feel like it's not so much pale. It's just like bright. And I don't understand why that's happening. And it's really frustrating me because I go through a lot to make myself look presentable for you guys. But I guess it's about the message. I talk more when I'm sick. And I think it just sounds more irritating when I'm sick. All right. Thank you for dropping all those links, Ghost Dragons. So this is Tracy. This is the Fairy Tale Oracle. I'm not pale. I have olive skin. That's what I'm saying. The light, it's the flipping light. But when I turn the lights off, it's a mess. I really do have to figure that out. Oh, thank you, Aunt Edna. Aunt Edna said, I love that book, The Faith Theory. Oh, out here for that, and she heard you. Well, good. I'm glad that she did. Anniversaries are special. You guys have been together how long? Chillin' Charlie, thank you so much. The Wild Swans, Tracy, and it's the card of dedication. Aunt Anna, thank you. And Tracy, I know I do have to send you a copy of that. As a matter of fact, when I put in my Amazon order tonight for a couple other things I need, I will order your book, sign it, and send it out to you as well. Smoochie, your earrings are coming. Oh, Darling Deb, thank you. You're welcome, guys. So, Darling Deb, Yeah, it's definitely the lights, but like I said, if I turn them off, then I just have to figure it out during the week and find some time, because I actually do have olive skin and it drives me nuts that I look like a flippin' glowworm. But darling Deb, actually, I don't think you were around for this. This is just my background at my house. I just haven't been at my house in so long that I had to. This was my Halloween background because I have the fairy forest underneath with the fairy tree and all that. I'm going to put that one up next. Okay. Oh, Melissa Nicole, I actually am. I've lost in the past 8 months, I would say about 35 to 40 pounds. I'm doing super greens and super reds in the morning with a 310 nutrition protein shake. And then I'm eating just dinner. And I do a lot of yoga. I do about 45 minutes to an hour of yoga a day. Not all at once. I do 15-minute intervals. Yeah. Yoga and super reds and greens in the morning is something I've been doing for the last year that I really think helped me tremendously with losing the weight. Because you guys remember I gained like 70 pounds. All right, stop talking, Gemma. My God.
You're rambling tonight, World.
I don't get to talk to anybody but
I
RJ throughout
know.
the week, guys.
I know.
I don't. Well, thank you. Thank you, guys. You guys are so sweet. Okay, card number 42, the Wild Swans. All right, this is going to be a long one. Tracy, all the people came flocking out at the town gate, for they wanted to see the witch burned. I normally don't read the chat so much. That's probably why I'm talking. An old horse drew the cart on which she sat. They had put her upon... Stop it. Stop it. They had put upon her a garment of coarse sackcloth. Her lovely hair hung loose about her beautiful head. Her cheeks were as pale as death, and her lips moved silently while her fingers were engaged with the green flax. Even on the way to death, she did not interrupt the work she had begun. The 10 shirts of mail lay at her feet, and she wrought at the 11th. The fairy who came out to meet her was fair and shining, yet she closely resembled the old woman who gave her the berries in the forest and told her of the swans who wore golden crowns on their heads. Your brothers can be set free, she said, but have you the courage and tenacity to do it? The seawater that changes the shape of rough stones is indeed softer than your delicate hands, but it cannot feel the pain that your fingers will feel. It has no heart, so it cannot suffer the anguish and heartache that you will have to endure. Do you see this stinging nettle in my hand? Many such nettles grow around the cave where you sleep. Only those and the ones that grow upon graves in the churchyards may be used. Remember that. Those you must gather, although they will burn your hands to blisters. Crush the nettles with your feet, and you will have flax, which you must spin and weave into 11 shirts of mail with long sleeves. Once you throw these over the 11 wild swans, the spell over them is broken, but keep this well in mind. From the moment you undertake this task until it is done, even though it lasts for years, you must not speak. The first word you say will strike your brothers' hearts like a deadly knife. Their lives are at the mercy of your tongue. Now, remember what I told you. She touched Alicia's hands with nettles that burned like fire and awakened her. This is a tale of suffering in order to save family or people we care for from a fate that is not of their choosing. It is a tale of sacrifice, and of sacrifice that must be done without recognition for a long time. In this tale, a young woman's brothers are enchanted into the form of swans, and she is told that there is only one way to free them, and that is through the spinning of magical cloaks made from flax of stinging nettles. Not a word can be spoken during this task, so for years, this young woman has hands that are disfigured from the burning and the pain, feet that can barely tread upon the earth, and she must do it all in silence. Her dedication to this bizarre task and her silence in the face of demands for explanations creates mistrust all around her. But the truth is she cannot speak. She must keep to her task, for she has dedicated herself to saving her brothers. This is the madness of doctors, scientists, those who discover ways of healing and helping that seem so bizarre and strange, incomprehensible to others. So this is the message of the card, Tracy, to know that when we see people who are ferociously dedicated to task or a mission, their single-mindedness may seem like madness, and in some ways it is. But if this energy is put to a great purpose, it can bring about the healing and change. The message could be that you must allow this and not judge it. And the message could also be that your own dedication may be perceived as madness and even create hostility within the hearts of others. But it will result in healing, creativity, and great breakthroughs, just as Alicia's work, painful and bizarre as it seemed, saved her brothers from their enchantment. That was a lot. So I feel, Tracy, like you may be in a lot of pain, physical and or emotional, or both. Okay. And those lead to spiritual issues. Okay. I would really like to see you take some sage, any kind, preferably white and or black, okay? But any kind, dragon's blood, lavender, it doesn't matter. Regular old sage, cedar. I mean, the list goes on and on, right? I can send you some if you want, but it's going to be a week or two because I have to get it from my mom's. Anyway, you need to cleanse your energy, all right? There is something, I feel like you're at the end of it. Like you've been suffering through something. And I do feel physical. I'm getting like, just like I can't breathe. And like something in here, I don't know, there's something physical happening with you that you've really been suffering through, that you've I don't know if it's headaches or it's so weird. The universe is saying just keep going, don't give up. Don't feel bad for yourself, right? I know as human beings, we want to pity, poor, pitiful me. I do it too. So I'm not judging you, Tracy. The universe is saying the stronger you show the universe that you are to get through this, the faster you're going to get through it. I feel like other people are giving you well-meaning advice, like well-intentioned, but what they're telling you really isn't helping you. You need someone to just be there, right? And just listen maybe, or to listen to you when you tell them, I've tried that 100 times already and it didn't work. I feel like you might feel like you have nowhere to turn, but if you really think about it, you do. I know I'm very bad with getting back to people, but I am always here. If it's something really important, you can ask anyone. I'll get back to you right away. Don't feel alone, and understand that a part of this suffering is coming to an end soon. So, okay, you fell. So I don't know if it's going to be like a medication, an operation, a surgery, or if you're just going to not have pain anymore. But if you can focus on all of the good things that you've accomplished since, say, that fall, right? And all of the blessings you have in your life, it's going to make the pain lessen, believe it or not. I want you to sage yourself. I want you to not feel bad for yourself. And I want you to tell people, even with well-meaning, well-intentioned advice, where they can stick that advice in a kind and caring way, because nobody knows what you feel like. Nobody knows what you're going through. As for the emotional stress and trauma, whatever that situation is, somebody you're not seeing eye to eye with, and I feel like there's a couple people, it'll all blow over. Okay. Mind over matter. Those who mind don't matter. Those who matter don't mind. I wanted to call attention to the fact that Mike's birthday and Sunny's anniversary is on National Paranormal Day. That is so cool. Oh, Brent, okay, but next time, Tracy, no problem. I got a visitor from, I was telling Ghost Dragons before, and it was so funny because he's like, did she text you? Or because yeah, I know. It's so annoying because this is how it's actually supposed to look. This is how I look in real life for the most part. But then it does this and I don't understand. So I had this visitor because I listened to something about this girl. She was murdered, I think in the 1940s. It was a huge case, never been solved. We know who did it. I know who did it, but there's no like proof or evidence. The guy's son wrote a book about it saying he did it. And she, I guess because I was so focused and intent on what I was listening to about her, she's been with me for a few days. And some of the things that she's been saying are so interesting. Like she's had multiple, I'm talking like 20, 25 lives where she dies in her early 20s. And she feels like, and she's always killed by the same guy. And if he doesn't kill her, he assaults her, scars her up. It's like this back and forth. It was fascinating. I've got to talk to you guys about it maybe tomorrow. Yeah, it was just fascinating the way she was saying, like, I think that that's better, and I've reincarnated several times and I've died before the age of, 30 or 25, every single one of those times. And I always am searching for fame. Oh my God, it was crazy. I'm sorry. She's here and I was just like, wow. Learning a lot. Yes, it is National Paranormal Day. I found that out 2 years ago. I think Steve Stockton and I streamed, and then last year, I don't know if it was me and Steve or me and Steven. Okay, who's next? Mike said he'll be back in.
Okay, I know. Josephine, if she'll answer, I've asked for her 3 times.
Josephine, I know it takes you a long time, so let us know. Sunny, if you want a reading, also let us know. And anyone else who might be leaving, let us know. I want everyone to get a reading if they want one tonight. Brent said to pass.
Yes.
And I'm going to have to get up in about 5 or 10 minutes, maybe after this one, to use the little girl's room.
Well, go ahead and do Blue Crossroads. And then if Josephine comes back, we'll get her in.
Yeah, Edna, you sure do. I remember that. You're like, it's not your birth. I'm like, it's the first. It's not your birthday. It's your birth month, baby girl. Oracle of the Shapeshifters. Multifaceted Jules, welcome back. Bye, Tracy. Have a great night. If you need me, you got my number. What? Oh, yeah, but it's fascinating for me because I love true crime. I don't cover true crime anymore because I got into, like, if I was face to face with this woman, we would have came to blows when I did a video about her son. She was very cruel and rude to me. Instead of just saying I'm uncomfortable with that, take it down, and I totally would have. Darling Deb, thank you so much. Thank you. But I'm fascinated by the cases. So if I'm focused like really a lot and I'm constantly thinking about it, every once in a while I'll get a random visit. But she's been here for she was here before I even watched the thing. I guess like they always know when you're going to call them. And I guess my spirit called her. I don't know how it really works. I didn't like call her outright. Josephine, you'll be next, baby girl. Darling Deb, thank you again. Decker, if you're listening, thank you again. But it's cool to hang out with because I learned so much about so much, but it's just like, what does she want me to do? The people who covered her thing got something wrong, but I can't, what am I going to reach out to them and be like, so-and-so visited me in spirit? Like, I can't help her. Oh, wow. Blue Crossroads. This is a card I have never, ever pulled. And I've had this deck for 2 years. This is one of the first decks I ever got. Guys, thank you so much for the donations, both in stream and to PayPal and Cash App, for purchasing my books. You guys are the actual best. I love hanging out and talking with you guys. I really do. And I hope you don't mind that I'm a little rambly and chatty. I normally don't read as much in the chat. So, all right, Blue Crossroads. This is card number 34, a twist in the tale, the unexpected, a change you did not see coming. See, that's how I'm supposed to look. Many things are unexpected, just as these twins, this elf girl and her ferret, are unexpected. They should not be, and yet they are. We can bend certain rules and leave other laws inviolate. While this card shows up, you will have done everything to ensure that you and those you love are as safe as can be. The unexpected is always tough, but it may also be a gateway into a brilliant new self where you know your immense power, courage, tenacity, and ability to suffer without becoming attached to the suffering. In shamanism, what's up, Luca? It is known as the initiatory crisis, and unless you meet these events like a warrior, you may have little wisdom to share. Every rite of passage will be repeated until you fully learn its unique lesson. Courage, action, and practicing being your best self in spite of events are the gifts that change brings. Without it, you are static, dormant, stagnant. None of these fully supports your magnificent life potential. Hi, Chaley. Welcome. A twist in the tale speaks. You can prepare all you like, practice over and over again, get to know your territory, and understand what is safe and what is not within its boundaries. But no insurance or practice or even prayers could have saved you from this twist in the tale of your life. You are being faced with a unique revelation that is as unexpected as it is confronting. What will you do? You must know that we twins of the strange will help you. We will send you allies, strategies, and ideas to help you through this strange territory. You can take your skills and talents with you and use them as never before. You are about to recreate the world you know. At a soul level, this is a twist in your story and the story of your life that you were waiting for. You are unique just as we are, and never doubt it. Harry X or Henry X, whoever that was, and Chaley, if you guys are new, let us know if you want a reading. Blue Crossroads, changes in your age or in your family, a breakup, a surgery, or an accident will all change your appearance. A person you are related to but have never met, the double life of a friend, the true story of your birth, whatever the source of this unexpected twist for you at this time, these sweet beings, the elf and her twin, the ferret, will help you through this twist in the tale of your life. They are ready to assist you with coming to terms with your soul's journey. No matter what the surprise may be, you will be guided through it, and it will be a great blessing. I don't necessarily feel like this is a bad surprise. I just feel like there is some information coming to you or a revelation you're coming to about someone or a situation in your life, Blue Crossroads, where It's like so different than anything that you're used to. It's going to be very off-putting, I think, at first. And I think it's going to be like one of those things where it's like, well, I don't have time for this, or, forget this. I don't think this is worth my time. There's like something here. I don't know if it's a job. I don't know if it's a person. I don't know if it's friendship, maybe a relationship. It's like this person appeared, or this situation started happening right after something that was very unexpected happened to you. I feel like you don't know quite how to handle this particular situation, relationship, person, whatever it is. The universe is saying, if you just take a step back and understand that you are going to have to look at things from a different perspective. You're going to have to look at this person or this relationship like you've never looked at any other person or relationship before, because it is that different. It is that insane that it will literally throw you on your head. But I don't see it as being a bad thing. I feel like there's a lot of frustration. There could be some anger. There could be some annoyance. But I feel like at the end of the day, you're probably going to decide that whatever this is worth it. I feel like what the universe is telling you about this, though, is to just, like, I think in your personal reading, it was talking about too, like taking it slow, making sure you do you, making sure you don't get too down or depressed. Another message of this card is there is some unexpected information coming into you. Something, it's going to be literally mind-blowing. I can't even imagine what it could be. Like, finding out you were adopted at birth or something that could really take you out. So make sure that you're strong in yourself and your self-worth, that you're meditating, if that's what you do, or Tai Chi, Qigong, whatever works for you, to get you in tune with spirit, because you're going to need it. There is something really unexpected and tough coming in for you. Okay. And as far as this other situation, it's going to be a pain in the butt. And I feel like you're going to decide either it's worth it or it's not. But I don't feel like it's going to have any effect on you one way or the other at this point in your life. I really have to go pee. I hate that I look like that. Josephine, give me 1 minute. No, Smoochie, just that card. I will be right back, guys.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. 1 second's up.
Yeah, if you could talk, that would be really helpful.
No, I don't want to.
Do it.
You don't pay me for that. You don't give me extra waffle sandwiches for that. So how's everybody tonight? It's been crazy for me. We're really close to getting in the house. I'm just trying to keep my dad positive. But yeah. But yeah, we're getting there. They're painting the house now. They're painting insides. So after we get done with that, they gotta put a new fuse box in, the new lights and all the new outlets, replace their carpet. You're not the boss of me. I don't mind her being the boss. Yeah, we're getting there. They're saying 2 to 3 weeks, but I have literally been up their butts. I mean, my poor dad needs to get out of this hotel. Shame you're not painting my house.
Blue Crossroads. I forgot a part of your message was that this unexpected information is part of your soul contract. So once it's accomplished, okay, you are going to move through your spiritual awakening, and your life is going to change in a way that you never expected. It's like you're finally, that peak happiness of life is going to hit you after you work through this. Slow motion. Hi, Josephine.
Yep, Josephine.
I'm going to use Deep, Dark, and Dangerous. So I might get the Solace Oracle, like I said, within the next month. It looks really amazing. And then there's one called the Oracle of the Beloved Dead that I'm like, I want it, but it's only pre-order right now. Josephine, you got card number 8, Skyla, the card of resilience. Great card. I pull this card for myself every single time I use this deck. Josephine, life throws adversity at you. There's no escaping it, yet building resilience allows you to handle this better. Building flexibility is a key to developing resilience. Righteous anger is not shameful. Let me tell you that one more again. Righteous anger is not shameful. Sometimes you get caught between a rock and a hard place. You need to make a decision between two poor outcomes to get to where you need to go. Most people who know of Scylla were introduced to her through Homer's epic, The Odyssey. Odysseus wants to return home with his men and is told that he will have to pass through the Straits of Messina, close to two monsters, to do so. Scylla guards one side of the rough and narrow waters opposite Sharbitus, another monster in the shape of an inescapable whirlpool. It is said that the two monsters were in an arrow's range of each other, so that if one didn't get you, the other definitely would. So, who was Scylla, and was she always this monster? There are a number of origin stories of Scylla, but again, most relate to a woman being jealous of another and harming her enough that she becomes monstrous, a repeating motif in the ancient Greek world. Before she was turned into a monster, she was the beautiful sea nymph daughter of Phorcys and Ceto, deities of the sea. They were also the parents of the Gorgons. In one myth, it is said that Scylla was transformed by Poseidon's wife Amphitrite by placing a poisonous potion into the pool, in which Scylla bathed. Poseidon had his eye on the beautiful Scylla, and Amphitrite was jealous. The second myth featured the handsome Glaucus, a sea god who fell in love with her, but who she rejected. He asked the sorceress Circe, who he was friends with, for a love potion to assist him. Circe, however, was in love with Glaucus herself. Instead of the love potions, she created a drink that turned Scylla into a monster. What's up, Nick? Sorry, I haven't gotten back to you. I've been sick, man. Odysseus asked the advice of Circe about the best way to pass the monsters and survive. Circe advised that both monsters were terrible and that loss of life would happen, but it was better to get closer to Scylla and lose a few men than to lose everything and the ship in the whirlpool of Sharbitus. Do we have any new people in here that want a reading? Because 2 new people came in, but they didn't answer me.
No, they didn't. I've been
Josephine. Homer writes of Scylla in Circe's voice. No crew can boast that they ever sailed their ship past Scylla unscathed. Scylla was not born for death. She is the dying of terror. She is a thing of terror, intractable, ferocious, and impossible to fight. Odysseus was literally caught between a rock and a hard place, yet decided that battling Scylla would be preferable. He and his crew sailed to the strait where Scylla and Charybdis were, and knew that death was near. They sailed closer to Scylla and rose up in a rage and slaughtered 6 sailors. 1 man was taken by each of her heads. Scylla remained resilient and undefeatable. In a much later story recorded in Eustathius's commentary on Homer, it was said that the hero Heracles encountered Scylla during a journey to Sicily and managed to slay her. Her father, the sea god Phorcys, immediately applied healing flaming torches to her body, and she returned to life. Again, Scylla rises, righteously ferocious, to thwart yet another pesky hero. Plant companion, the sea onion, and your crystal companion is one of my favorite gemstones, actually, serpentine. And Nutslap got me a ring for my birthday. Okay, I have serpentine. Okay. Hey, Paranormal Pixie. So we announced the winners, and I totally forgot to tell you when I spoke to you earlier, so I'll talk to you afterwards. New England Dirt Roadie won that Palmstone. All right, Josephine, this is talking again, just like I said with Blue Cross or someone, a repeating motif. It wasn't Blue Crosswords, someone though, this like thing that keeps repeating over and over again. And you just kind of keep accepting it. Like, this is how it is. This is how it's going to be. The universe is saying, F that. You're strong, you're resilient. You're just like Scylla. Be ferocious. Stand in your power and say no more. It's in your contract, whatever this relationship is. Okay. So if it's narcissistic abuse, physical violence, like obviously get help if that's the case, but you've been contracted to do this, but you've also been contracted to get through this. And the universe is telling you it's time for the getting through part. You've been stuck in this endless cycle, this loop for so long. And I do feel like another person's energy mistreating you. So it's the universe is urging you and nudging you towards moving on from this person, relationship, whatever it is. Okay. Because if you don't, I do feel, and I don't get this feeling often, but it happens sometimes, that it's going to be tragic. Like something bad could happen to you, to the other person, to both of you. Okay. This relationship or situation, whatever it is bad news. You have to remove yourself from it. And you only have a couple months. I'd say within the next 3 months. Otherwise, there's going to be like some sort of accident, or this is really unusual for me to get a message like this, Josephine. I really hope you're listening and paying attention. Get away from this person. Get them and keep them away from you. You're not going to fail no matter what you do. So don't worry about the what ifs. Don't worry about the who, what, when, where, how, and why. Just do it. And when you show the universe that kind of faith and trust that it's going to support and take care of you, it will, baby girl. You don't deserve this poop, and you can do better. Just can't get you out of my head. Can't sing tonight. Blue Crossroads, I can never get you out of my head.
Madison's
yeah, slow motion. I caught my toddler. Well, he's not really a toddler anymore. I caught my son's strep. So I'm pretty sick. I've been blowing my nose like a gross person. This is probably why new people don't hang around, because my ears just popped. My like, I'm annoying to people that don't know me. I'm sorry. Who's next?
Madison.
All right, Madison, I'm going to use the liminal spirits. Ooh. So guys, as far as Thursday night, Lara, Steven, and I, Darling Deb, I've never had it before. Ever. I've never had strep throat. I've never had whatever strep this is. It like it gave him a rash all over his face and legs. I don't have a rash yet, but I am with the nose. So, what am I? Oh, I was like, why am I annoying you? We decided for Thursday night that starting like tomorrow, it's going to be just Lara. Ghost Dragons is going to help her. Then next week, which is also the week that we have the Monday stream, Ghost Dragons and I, it's going to be me, Ghost Dragons, and Lara. Then the week after that, it'll be Lara. Then like we're going to do 2 weeks just Lara starting tomorrow. And then the weeks in between, it's going to be, Darling Deb, it was so weird. It was all over his face and like on his legs. And he didn't have strep throat. It was like in his sinuses, which I never heard of that before. To me,
strep had a strep
throat
infection. It's a strep infection. Yeah, it does cause rashes.
So I didn't know what it was called except strep, but I've always heard strep throat.
I get both. You get strep and it's usually caused by an infection.
Slow motion. It's funny. I almost never got sick up until, like maybe last year. When I started really working with my abilities, and like I always had dead people around me hanging out, I'd have like sleepovers. Like I know it sounds crazy and weird, but that's just been my life. That's just what I'm used to. So once I started really pulling them in and calling on them, like I have this chick here now, like we're just hanging out. Like she's actually really cool. She's a little silly and immature, she can hear me, but I like her and I knew that I would. I'm glad she's here. But because their energy is dead, it actually brings me down to the point where now I'm very open and susceptible to even just like germs more than the normal person. All right. Madison, the walnut. I love these cards too. Belladonna. Oh, there it is. All right. Marissa, Melissa Nicole. When I used to use, I remember one time I just like muscled it, I didn't always have to go for the vein. So one time, I don't know what I did, but I ended up with this huge abscess. And I remember Ray and I just started dating and he's like, what is that? I'm like, a spider bit me. He's like, that might be MRSA. He's like, MRSA's going around. I'm like, a spider bit me. I didn't know what MRSA was. I went and looked it up and I was like, oh crap, I hope I don't have MRSA. Somewhere online on some addiction and recovery site. I swear I don't even know what it is. There is a video of me, not my face, laying on my stomach in the hospital when they popped that abscess. I screamed. It hurt more than giving birth with no medication. It was the most horrendous and horrific thing I'd ever been through in my life. I still have a huge scar, several of them. But that's how I know what MRSA is. Yeah, strep nose. Like, what do I have here? All right, let me stop talking. A dead people sleepover. I got so many questions. We'll pick one. I mean, we've got the Black Dahlia, right? So, okay. The walnut is associated with protection, love, dreams, inspiration, and intelligence, as well as containing, cleansing, and banishing energies. In the Italian town of Benevento, there was said to be a huge walnut tree where witches would gather to celebrate their rites and work magic. The chemical attributes of walnut's leaves and fruit dissuade other plants from growing underneath its canopy, which gives it an otherworldly or even a sinister nature. Its nourishing nut bear... Its nourishing nut bears an uncanny resemblance to a brain when whole and looks like a heart or an owl face when split open. Madison, it's time to gather and celebrate, to enjoy the moment and cherish the company of those gathered near you. Love is in the air. Just as you would nourish your body with food, be sure to give that same level of attention to your mental and emotional well-being. What have you done lately to fascinate your mind and free your heart? No. I don't know, Batmom. I'd have to really focus on that. Identify the personal qualities or the things in your life that are holding you back, then focus on containing or eliminating them. So, Madison, this is actually a really great card, okay? This is a card of moving forward in life, okay? I feel like a lot of people are getting this message because as we light workers activate and move more into the shift in the collective, nobody alive on earth, nobody that's going to be born in at least the next 10 or 20 years is ever going to see that shift. But we see it in little ways. The chaos that's going on right now, that's the beginning of the great shift, okay? And it's really good for us, believe it or not. Not the chaos like what it causes, but the fact that it's happening because it pushes us to be better. This is the universe pushing you to do better, okay? Do better. No, it's the universe is saying, like, appreciate the people around you that appreciate you. Stop giving your energy to people, to things, to situations that don't serve any purpose except making you miserable, making you doubt yourself, making you feel less than. Okay, Madison, it is time for you to stand in your power, to be ferocious, and to put your foot down. Okay, and the message was put your damn foot down and do something about the way people are treating you. But also, I feel like there's this energy of like you're giving so much attention to this lower vibrational person or situation. So say, just for instance, someone's emotionally abusing you. You're so focused on getting them to love you that you're not understanding that there are people around you that really do love you and that would help you if you would just pull yourself away from this energy. It doesn't have to be something that serious. It could be, a boss that doesn't pay you enough. There's some situation in your life that you're so focused on changing. I'm here to tell you now, it's not going to change, whatever it is. Your boss is never going to pay you more. Your boss is never going to appreciate you. That narcissistic lover, not going to stop being narcissistic and is probably cheating. Get away from it and lean on the people that you can lean on, because I feel like you don't realize the amount of help that you actually have. You could feel alone, or you could feel like maybe some of the help that's offered is not the best thing for you. That happens sometimes, say for instance, like with me, like my dad offered me a place to live. He's in active addiction. So while I would appreciate the offer, that's probably not the best place for me to be. So I feel like there could be something like that going on, but you have more resources and opportunities than you know. Yeah, that's why I said I don't think so, because that would have kind of zapped through. It's always the last place you look. Who's next?
Vixen Doe.
Vixen Doe, I'm going to use the Oracle of the Human Spirits. I always use the panic button. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's her. It's her. Usually that doesn't happen despite me being around. There's probably like, if I stream from 7:15 to 10:30, there's probably like 40 or so that'll come in and out and you don't notice. But because I'm sick, my defenses are down a little bit. So it's more easily recognizable. I'm sorry about that. Normally you'll just see me like roll my eyes real quick. I feel weird saying it. I did kind of just say it a few minutes ago, but then I get like attacked, like, oh my God, there's no way. Ask her this, ask her that. Not by you guys, by people in the comments. Oh no. Paranormal Pixie, there is, I got a visitation from, I was watching this like documentary type thing. A medium was channeling someone and I was so focused on the person. I kept thinking about it and she visited me, and that happens sometimes, especially like when I don't feel good, they'll come in. So, oh, this card was just laying out. This has to be your card. So she is here, like very, very present, which is okay. I don't mind, but I'm a little distracted with all the movement and the in and out. And then this one here, she's fine. She's, don't worry about her. No, they don't sing happy birthday, but they do sing and dance when they died wanting to be famous in several lifetimes, apparently. Vixen Doe, I'm so sorry about that. So you got the card of Wallflower, but you got it in the reverse. Yeah, it was an accident for sure. Yes, there was a book written about a man, I believe his name was George Hodel, and he is the one who did it. And he has, like I said, murdered her and assaulted her and disfigured her many, many lifetimes over again. And they're going to keep repeating the cycle until one of them elevates and breaks it. He was a serial killer. Vixen Doe, are you so afraid to be seen you do not take any chances? Are you feeling unworthy, scared, shy? Everyone goes through this at one time or another. Perhaps you need to take baby steps away from your comfort zone of the wall, and that's okay. Everyone at their own speed, but remember to at least live life to the fullest. I don't know where Stephen went. So Vixen Doe, yeah. Yeah, but it's in the reverse. So what this is really telling you, like when it's in the upright position, the message that usually comes in is like, get off the wall, go and mingle. This card is saying that even though you may be feeling maybe emboldened by a recent decision or something that you chose to do, you still have to be very cautious of the people around you. I feel like, and I think you've gotten this message before, you've gotten it, where it's like there's people that are telling you like, yes, you did the right thing. You're so amazing. I'm so proud of you. And really behind your back, they're like, I can't believe she did that. Can you believe she did that? Oh my God. Be very careful. Yeah, Mercury's in lemonade, Nick. Be very careful of the people around you in your orbit. You may want to hang back a little bit. Not necessarily being a wallflower and never doing anything, but choose your company wisely. Now, with that being said, there's an opportunity coming in for major, mega spiritual growth and physical elevation. So something that can make you very, very happy or very successful. There is some opportunity. I don't know if it's starting a business, if it's visiting someone in a far off place. There is something here that you're not even expecting. Like you're not thinking of, say, starting a business until someone comes to you with $20,000 and says, I want to do this. This is how you can help. And this is your percentage. And you're like, wow, that's so easy. I can do that. Or a friend that lives in, I don't know, flipping Hawaii calls you up and they're like, hey, you want to live in my beach house for the next year? We won't be there, come house it. Something like that. As far as people in your immediate orbit right now, though, be very cautious who you talk to, even when this opportunity comes in, which it's going to by the end of the month. I don't see it coming in the next week or so because we're still going to be in the shadow phase of the retrograde. But the last 2 weeks of May, I almost said of Mercury, of May, Vixen Doe, be on the lookout for an opportunity for growth, for expansion of self, of your finances, of your spirit. I feel like it's going to elevate you mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, psychically, all of those leads, right? All of the leads. And I feel like it is time to walk away. Say, for instance, and I'm just using this as an example, you have a sister that you grew up with, you were best friends. Now it seems like there's something weird with the energy. The energy is she's jealous of something you have, something you were able to do that she's not. And her energy is really bringing you down. I don't think you realize how other people's lower vibrational energy will affect you. you can be in the happiest mood in the world. And if you walk into a room and there are, being an empath, especially if there's 300 people in the room and one person's in the bathroom crying, you are going to be instantly drawn to that person that's crying, and it's going to bring your mood down. Get rid of those types of people, or at least, see them as little as possible. Nick. I don't know where Ghost Dragons went, so. Yeah, Batmom, I'm terrified of getting off. It's 4.5 years for me now, and I don't know what I'd do without it, because if I even forget, or if I wait too long to take the next dose, I start fiending right away. I start the obsession starts in my mind. Like, okay, this is what I can do. I can get to Patterson. I can do, and then I have to stop myself and go, why am I? Oh, I forgot to take my medicine. So at 4.5 years in, for me to still feel that way, it's very scary. And the reason I talk about this publicly and openly is because I want people to know that everyone has their struggles. Slow motion, do not worry about it. I don't know where he went, and I don't know who was next. I wish he would have at least put it in the chat or something. I'm going to text him. This is so unprofessional.
I'm sorry. I had to take a shot. I'm here.
Okay.
Gemma.
Sorry, it was for the cat. I didn't mean you unprofessional.
Oh.
I just meant me. I was like, this is so bad. Oh, look, my screen is normal. Mike, hi, everyone. Hope everyone's doing good. Sorry, I'm late. I'm almost home. It's my birthday, so I was over with my stepmom. We've wished you happy birthday like 4 times. You have a birthday on National Paranormal Day, and it is your reading right now. Pammy Smith, hi. Why do you not come hang out with us anymore? He did? Oh, I'm sorry, Steven. I didn't mean he was being unprofessional. Do you know what I always think of the people who are not in the chat who watch this afterwards, who constantly attack me in the comments? You guys don't see it because I get alerted at the comments and I go and take them out right away, and I no longer respond to them. But people are cruel. So when things like that, like they hate my voice, they hate how much I talk, I'm self-obsessed, I'm self-absorbed. I mean, these are weekly comments that I receive. So I'm very touchy about my channel. Who is next? We're gonna do Mike because it's his birthday, right?
Yes, and then after that we'll do Jules. Sorry about that. I had to take a shot. I had to take a shot.
I was gonna just.
I didn't want to. Yeah, I didn't want to take it.
Listen, you do you. You're amazing, and I love you. All right, Mike. We're gonna use the Wonderland Oracle. Chillin' Charlie, thank you. I try not to. I feel like I'm so up close and personal. I don't know that I'll ever have a huge channel, but I'm okay with that. I like being able to be up close and personal. I like being able to be myself and not having to watch what I say, So for me, I'm good with it, but sometimes it is painful. They really attack me big time. My clown makeup, my giant ears, my crooked eyebrows. My eyebrows are crooked, okay? It's just something about me. It's just me. Like, if my eyebrows aren't crooked, there's something wrong. Bruce, back at Positivity. Oh, I will. I would love that. So New Jersey lost 4 diners. We are the state with the most diners in the entire country. You guys know that, right?
We're losing them quick because they're going under.
It got dark outside and my screen went a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got to put curtains up. There it is. Short bottle of vodka for my dorm size refrigerator. Go down to the liquor store. What do we got? Mr. Booze. We have Mr. Booze. And one of them was like,
I just call family and they bring me White Lightning up.
When I lived in Pennsylvania, there was both of these cards. Dang it. All right. There was a bar called like Your Ass and had a picture of a donkey. Oh, thank you, Brent. So, Mike, 2 cards came out. I'm going to quickly go through them because I feel like this usually doesn't happen where, like, usually if 2 cards come out, I'm compelled to just put them back in the deck. But the song Mr. Booze? No. Both of them came out in the reverse. So, Mike, I hope you're listening. Card number 7 is the card of Investigate. Too many people blindly follow others, and in many situations, we can find it easier to go with the flow, to trust in other people, and even to follow orders. But Alice does not do this not until she has thought it through for herself. She may be impetuous, adventurous, and curious, but she is also sensible, cautious, and inquiring. Alice remembers the good, common sense advice she has learned through hearing stories of others' mishaps. And right now, you must be like Alice. This card asks you to check something carefully before going ahead. You are being encouraged to take a daring new path of action. And while everything is most likely well, you still need to take responsibility and remember to be your own guardian and caretaker. Look over the details, check the packaging, be sure to know what is in the fine print, and ask questions about the arrangement or the offer which you are about to enter into or accept. If, like Alice, you find there's nothing alarming or hidden about the arrangement, by all means, go ahead. However, do not follow orders or blindly do what you are told. Investigate, decide, and if you go ahead, be prepared for unexpected changes when you sign, start, connect, or decide to advance. There's always an element of the unpredictable, and there is no way of preparing for all the strange and wonderful things that will happen next. An important decision requires you to inquire, inform yourself, and think it through thoroughly. Find out as much as you can, and look at the fine print. Rushing ahead without checking. This is the shadow. Being reckless and even arrogantly thinking that you know best, refusing to learn from experience, being overly trusting that this time it'll be okay, this time it'll be different. Doing what you're told without using your own wits and intelligence. And then we got card number 3, which is follow the white rabbit. Something out of the ordinary happens nearly all the time. Most days, if you're aware, awake, and ready for adventure, there will be an opportunity for change in your life. You must go after whatever it is that excites you, that inspires you, that entices you. The white rabbit does not go to Alice and ask her to accompany him. It is up to her to notice what's happening. She does not think about what to do, nor discuss it, sit, or ponder. If she had done so, the opportunity of entering Wonderland would have been lost, perhaps forever. When Alice sees how strange and extraordinary this rabbit is, she leaps to her feet and she runs. She engages with the opportunity to go after it. When this card comes to you, Mike, you are being advised that something interesting is about to happen. And when it happens, be ready to go after it with all of your passion, all of your might, and without hesitation. These cards are complete opposites. Be awake and aware. Wonder at what will happen next. And when the extraordinary takes place at the heart of the ordinary world, be ready to leap to your feet and run toward enchantment and adventure. Divination, a wondrous opportunity is going to break through your ordinary reality and give you the chance to change your world and your perception forever. Reversed, opportunity after opportunity, chance after chance to have adventures, but not feeling ready, thinking you must think on it, take more time, or even the opportunity will come again. Hesitation is costing you a more exciting, dynamic, and enchanted life. So, okay. Thank you, Mark. Mike, you got 2 cards, which is highly unusual. They kind of seem to be saying the opposite thing, but since you got them in reverse, they're actually saying the same thing. Something incredible, totally unexpected, and I'm actually getting June, Mike, not May, is going to come in. It's going to be something that I think you've been thinking about, either like going to visit somebody coming to visit you, an apartment falling into your lap, a new car, money. There's like something here that you've been kind of wishing on. But as you're wishing on it, you're not realizing you're manifesting it, okay? And sometime in June, it's going to come into your life, whether it's a person, an opportunity, a situation, whatever it is. From now until June, from now until it happens, I want you to pay close attention to the people around you, okay? How they're behaving, how they feel, because someone is keeping something from you. And I think this is a separate situation where you keep giving them chance after chance after chance. And just like the card said, it's like, this time it'll be different. I know it. No, the universe is telling you right now that this relationship or situation, whatever that is, does not stand a chance in heck poopy to survive, to last. This person is toxic. They're very negative. They are no good for you. If you do not move on or forward from them and get them out of your space and out of your energy, the huge opportunity that is going to be life-changing, okay? Everlasting life-changing, for better, for worse, and I think it's for better, you're not even going to see it. It's not even going to come to you. This person is literally blocking you from manifesting. You can have whatever you want in the entire world, and something big is coming to you in June, but you will not be out there looking for it. You're not even going to notice it. Like if you stay with this, narcissistic person, you're not going to be online talking to other people for someone to offer you, to stay at their house in Hawaii. Like I said, for Vixen Doe, there's something major here, but you have to break the bonds. It's like an addiction. You have to break that chain of attachment, even if it's only mentally.
Sorry. You ready?
Yes.
Jules.
Jules, I'm going to use the Dark Light Oracle. Shut up, stomach. That was Mike's, yes. Aw. Thank you. You know, when I have my voice, I could actually sing. Hey, Heather. Whoa. Stop it. All right. This is for Miss Jules. Air. Purify yourself, girl. Girl. It's card number 2. Jules, you have reached a very special place. You are now at the Temple of Enlightenment. Sky above, earth below. Feel the pure air that flows through the columns. Bathe your body and skin into that fresh air. A time of deep purification has come for you. Put aside your worries and your pains. Your burden has been quite heavy lately. Take it off your shoulders for a while. Become lighter, become the wind, become the air. The world is here for you with all of its wonders, for you to contemplate with fresh new eyes, cleansed of all tears. The sun is up and gently is the sun up high is gently warm, and the air smells sweetly of red roses. Purify your soul, sharpen your mind, and become rejuvenated. Aw, you're welcome, Mike. I should have gave you a full reading. I'm so sorry. Jules, your affirmation: I am lighter than the wind, and I now release everything that is heavy and burdensome in my mind. I accept and let go. So, Jules, I feel like you've come such a long way, but there's still this one thing, this one aspect of your past or in your present right now, like a person. There is something that you can't move on from. And I feel like with all the work you've been doing, I hope you're focusing on your art, because the universe, every time I pick up a card for you, every time you come in, I see your art, and I see you happy and smiling and glowing. There is something that's distracting you from living your best life. And with all the work you put in, I feel like poop to that, get rid of it. I know it's hard to walk away from a person, especially if you're cord bonded, like emotionally attached to them. But like I told Mike, like, this person is doing nothing but sucking you dry. If you can remove this person from your immediate energy, the change is going to be instantaneous and something that you can't avoid noticing. Like, it's going to be so obvious. But as long as you allow this person to stay in your energy, you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to elevate spiritually, physically. You're not going anywhere. Like, you're stuck, stale, stagnant. Okay. Get some sage. I think everyone should be saging. Sage was put on this earth, and I learned this from Spirit, for us to cleanse ourselves. Like, that is its purpose. But it's about intention while you do it. And you know what? When we go to sleep, our spirit goes out and plays and has fun and talks to our higher self and the extraterrestrials. It goes, our higher self, our soul. So it's out catching all these dirty spiritual germs, and it jumps back in us. We should be saging every day. I mean, point blank, period. If you believe in saging, you should be doing it at least once a week. The universe is telling you to do it, and do it quickly. I feel like when you sage, this person's not going to want to be around you anyway. I don't see negative attachments. I don't see like entity. Oh, why is my computer not plugged in? I don't see like entity attachments or anything like that. But you do have this person. Let me check my computer, guys. What is going on with you? Oh, you're not plugged in. That's great. That's probably why my screen went lighter. I'm a glowworm again. Yep. I'm really sorry. I'm going to need a potty break again from all the water and Red Bull after whoever this is. I actually, Heather, Nikki, I really have an aversion to the smell of lavender. My mom does too. I don't know why sage slow motion. It was just put here by whatever you believe in, God, the universe, the people who created our reality with a computer. Like, that was its sole purpose. It's probably used for other things, but it's just like started being used for that from the beginning of time. And it's like, that's what it is now. But it's all about intention and belief, No, you don't know where your soul's been. It's true. It's true. Who's next?
And
Look at these pretty nails I'm putting on next. They got snakes over roses. I got them today. I got pink ones that have like little potion bottles and mushrooms, and they're very witchy. Not these ones, but they're very long. And I remember last week when I wore the long ones, I couldn't even text. I like rosemary burnt on chicken. Yeah. And Adna, I am going to use the Gothic Oracle for you and Stokes. Jules, I really see a glow around you. Like you are really in touch with and in tune with spirit right now. I don't know if you know that. Mark Webster, I'm sorry to see you go. Have a great night. And please next time let us know if you want a reading. Thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate and love you. So you have this glow about you, and people get that. It doesn't stay with us long. So use it to your advantage, you know, use it as an inspiration. Know that it's there. I'm telling you, you are surrounded by a beautiful golden and blue light right now. But the more this person is around you, or the more you deal with this situation, you think about it, and kind of, even when you're praying over it, like it doesn't matter. It diminishes this light. Brent Fleener, you can feel free to email me and I will help you. Cowie, are you still here? Because after my bathroom break, it's all you, bud. Lit my inner glowing light. Yeah, seriously. Melvin. I always think of the boyfriend character to the mom in the movie Baby Boy with Tyrese. I don't know if you guys saw that. Men sweat, women glow. Ooh, Anna, you got the Wheel of the Year. What a gorgeous card. It's the card of cycles. Mark, good night. A fearless green dragon mounts a wheel with her tail wrapped around its stone perimeter. It would appear that she is turning it. 8 spokes fan out from a central pentagram, and at the tip of each is a symbol representing the Sabbats. As the wheel turns, so does the year, and each of these 8 holidays is commemorated. Beginning at Samhain, nature buds and sheds its leaves through Yule, Imbolg, Ostera, Beltane, Letha, Linghandanash, I don't know how to pronounce these, and Mabon or Mabon. The Wheel of the Year is a card of cycles. Throughout the seasons, things sprout, grow, and then wither and die. This is the fact of life, and we must allow it to flow naturally without resistance or interruptions. Casey and Lotus need timestamps, and Divine Empathic needs to go soon. And if you've drawn this card, you are being reminded that life is all about change. There are often many changes in life that we are incapable of preventing. Not all of these will be life-altering, and while some will be feared, others will be very welcomed. This large dragon confirms that change is taking effect and reminds you that sometimes the best course of action is to go with the flow. The wise person will recognize when participation is pointless, and it is best to stand back and not react. You and I, and we talk about this a lot. I'm going to end up getting a tattoo of one of these cards. I don't know which one yet. Now is the time to yield and understand that the universe has a greater plan, even if it's not what you expected. And now I do feel like things are changing rapidly in your life. You may not see it because I think the changes are so small that they're not like happening all at once, okay? I feel like you're going to want to resist whatever this is, okay? But I feel like you've been through whatever this is before. I'll use an abusive relationship as an example. You know, you can stay trapped in it for years. You go back thinking things are going to change. Things don't change. You leave, you go back, you leave, you go back. I mean, for years, okay? Depending basically on your zodiac sign, to be honest. I'm a Pisces doormat, so you know what I do. Never give up. And it's important that you don't try to change anything. Hi, Pine Cash. Like, say you went back, like you allowed this person in, you accepted them. Don't try to change them. Don't go into this expecting that it's going to be different. Go into whatever this is expecting that it's going to be the same, but that the universe is going to work in your favor. The wheel can turn either way, to the positive, to the negative. You never know. How you react and respond to what happens next is going to determine how the universe steps in and either helps you or sets you back. Oh, well, Leo, forget it. Then you got this. Go back in knowing that their sneaky butt is not going to get away with it. Go back playing the game. Smile and nod. Smile and wave. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I know you effing hate me. Yeah, that's great. The universe is going to bring their karma back around on them. But if you start yelling, screaming, or reacting to them, it could be a situation too. Then the universe is going to be like, okay, well, obviously she hasn't learned anything. Boop, 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 sets you back about who knows how many years, and you got to keep going through it again. Let this one go. Let it slide. If someone's gossiping behind your back, let it go. That's good for them. Great. Luke'em Spookum, what's up? Divine Empathic, right?
Yeah, but I thought you were going to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Leos are very loyal, but they're also depending on, I mean, it depends on the chart, but for the sun sign, like they really, you have to meet a certain standard with them to keep them around if you're doing things like abusing them, putting them down. I just have to run to the potty. I'm so sorry, guys. Divine Empathic, I will be right back. Melissa Nicole, you better not be, girl. Don't do it. Remember, the tongue is mightier than the sword, guys.
Sometimes the hand is too. So what's up, folks? As I sit here in the darkness, keeping the list. Anybody do anything good? I think I'm going to go to the drive-in Saturday if the weather holds out. Time for the drive-in. Yes, Divine is next. Then after Divine will be Roger Blair if you're still here. And then Chili Charlie. Chili Charlie. How you doing, chillin'? Hopefully you don't ever trust you again. I'm on the list right now. You have to pay me $5 to get on the list. I'm just kidding. Yes, darling. Deb, you are on the list. Well, since Harry X didn't answer, I think they were just checking out the channel, but I still have my list. You'll be after Nut Slap. Okay, darling? And that's about 4 away, so you're about number 5. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, I got to shut up now. She's back.
I want you guys to see I'm wearing the Moldavite that Aunt Anna gave me. It's probably why I'm supercharged too, even though I'm sick. Batmom, where's Batmom? She's not on the list.
Batmom is after Darling Deb.
Okay.
I got the list going. If people don't trust me, I'll leave.
Boy, bye. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Bye. See ya.
I'm only kidding. No, don't leave me.
I can't resist the brown eyes. I'll stop.
Divine Empathic, I'm using the Wild Woman Oracle. Yeah, I was in shock when I got these earrings. They are genuine Moldavite. They came with a certificate of authenticity. I love them. I charge them constantly because they are just, Moldavite is my favorite stone in the whole world. I work so well with it. Some people cannot work with Moldavite. It's very overwhelming. You have to really use it carefully. Oh, Mike, thank you so much. Guys, donations always welcome. But I really do appreciate it. Thank you. And I'm going to keep the half price readings going. So for the first week of May, if you do $20 to my PayPal or Cash App, usually if I have time, if you do it in the stream, I will too. But PayPal or Cash App is preferred for the half price readings. So it's $20. $20. I can't even speak. If I receive it after the first week of May, it'll probably be a through May to June reading. Yeah, and I was so surprised, and they are beautiful. I keep them on the selenite to charge them. They're not usually with my other earrings. They're very special to me. Thank you. Oh, okay, Divine Empathic. Yeah, it's a very high buzzy stone. Once you cleanse it, when you touch it, you will flush. I was shaking the first time I held the necklace Lotus Girl gave me. Nick, you better not leave without a reading. That's all I'm saying. All right, Yatsula? Okay, and you can email me for a reading as well. Okay, I've got a bunch of new decks, guys. I am getting that Solace Oracle and the Beloved Dead. $45 is a lot, but you guys are worth it. Divine empathic, in what ways have you been stunting your own growth and journey to maturity by overly catering to needs, desires, and expectations of others? Divine empathic, thank you. I am definitely going to get on your reading. I believe I'm doing some more tomorrow. So I usually send them out as soon as I do them. I just upload them, send the link, and we're good. So as for your reading, Persephone asks you to reflect on how you may be putting your own growth and well-being aside due to the expectations and the desires of others. Find the balance between your own needs and the needs of others, as true maturity, true evolution from the nameless maiden to the queen, is found in being able to thoroughly enjoy the joys of relationship and companionship while simultaneously standing in your own truth with power, confidence, and grace. Yeah, it's very powerful. In Greek myth, Persephone, also known as Kori, meaning nameless maiden, is the maiden goddess of spring who is abducted by the god Hades and taken to the underworld against her will. Her mother, Demeter, goddess of the harvest and fertility, searches tirelessly for her daughter and demands that she be returned to her. Ultimately, Persephone must spend half of the year in the underworld with Hades as his queen and half the year walking the earth's surface as the goddess of spring with her mother, Demeter. No, you didn't do anything bad. You're good. Divine empathic. As Kori, Persephone represents the archetypal maiden who does not yet know who she is, what strengths she possesses, what she truly desires, or what she stands for. Like many women at some point in their life, Kori is overly receptive and vulnerable to the projections and expectations of those around her, her well-meaning yet overprotective mother and her controlling husband. In the myth, Kori, the eternal girl, transforms into Persephone, the mature woman, who speaks her truth regardless of whether it displeases others, sets clear boundaries, even if it brings about uncomfortable conversations, and chooses to be whole rather than quote unquote good or quote unquote perfect. This is a flippin' amazing message, okay? And it means so much to me because it's something that I didn't realize and I didn't start going through. It's something I'm going through and growing through right now until I was 40 years old, okay? This major transformation of I have to start putting Gemma first. I have to start treating people the way they treat me. And if they treat me badly and it's possible, get rid of them out of my life. And if it's not possible, work towards it being that way. Stepping into your power, divine empathic, and just understanding that life is just life. I mean, who really cares if someone's mad at you, right? You have the right to any opinion that you have. You have the right to say what you choose as long as you're not hurting anyone else by doing it. And that takes a long time for most people to come to terms with, especially women. We're supposed to be the softer sex, right? We're supposed to be demure. What is it called? Keep still and the Mermans. What do they say? It's keep still and be sweet or something, or keep sweet and be still. Screw that. This is 2023. We are the granddaughters of the witches you couldn't burn. You have the right to tell people when they're upsetting you. You have the right to set clear boundaries and stick to them. F it if someone doesn't like it. I feel like you made a choice to go on a path. You may have, I'm just using this as an example. I'm not saying this is what happened. Oh, Paranormal Pixie, you should have said something. Have fun, and I hope we see you later. Divine Empathic, I'm going to use this as an example. Say you quit your job to do YouTube full-time, right? And nobody agrees with that because they're like, you're not going to make any money. Like, that's stupid. Why are you doing? Like, people really are bummed out. Like, they're pissed about it. But at the end of the day, they have no right to be. And people are like, well, you know, as long as you're not paying my bills. No, screw that. Even if someone's helping you out financially, there shouldn't be a condition on it that you have to do what they want you to do to help you. Say you're living with a friend and they're like, oh, you can't live here because you're doing YouTube. I don't agree with that. I lost so many friends from my church and my church groups and communities because I decided to state who I was. And you know what? I'm okay with that. It's okay because I didn't need them anyway. They weren't a part of my story. And I feel like you have to start looking at who and what is and are a part of your story. Okay? And who's not. Because you have a lot of iffy people around you right now that you're not too sure about. it's okay to talk to them about not being sure about them. And it's also okay. I am going to say it. It's okay to ghost people. It's okay. You don't owe anyone closure. You don't owe anyone an explanation for why you're doing, saying, thinking, feeling, opining anything. Whoa. That was a strong message. Oh, nice. Oh, that's so cute. Anna. Put Gemma first, she puts you first. Yeah, I mean, it's just how it should always be. But with us empaths especially, and I believe every single person, even those that wander in and leave because they think I'm annoying, I guarantee you that's why we don't usually get new people, because I talk too much. Whatever. Right? Go do better on your own channel. I don't know what to tell you. I feel divine empathic, like you are on the right track, but you could easily be deterred off of it if you're not careful, because you care so much. I feel like all of us, that's what I was going to say. Like, we care so much about other people's happiness and we forget about our own for so long. We leave it neglected. Oh, wow, Switchy. My son's on YouTube, KGF Hip Hop. There's foul language, though. Who's next?
Roger Blair.
Yes, Brent Fleener. It took me a second to comprehend that. He said people tie strings to their help. I can't stand when people do that. I really hate when people do that. Yeah, Mike Roberts, you have to get some healing. Like, you need a Reiki healer. The attachments that you have, the entity attachments, and I'm only talking about them, the entity attachments, just those, you have so much more going on, cannot be removed by you. You can't outgrow them. You can't take the pain away with medicine. Like, nothing's going to work except energetic healing. You may be able to find some videos on YouTube on how to do it, or get some of the cord cutting spray on Amazon. Believe it or not, I've used it and it worked, but I also have special abilities. So I don't know if it would work for you. I sent some to Sweetly Morbid Bear one time. I don't know if it worked for her. Chronic pain puts you in isolation. And I feel like chronic heartache also does too. A lot of the reason I don't want to reach out is like, sometimes I feel so outside of myself and so low that I don't even have the energy or feel like I have the power to interact, because I always feel less than. Stop. I feel like, Mike, people like us that do the same thing are going to understand, you know? I never get mad at anyone if they're like, hey, I'll call you later, and they don't call me, because I'm probably sitting there thinking, oh God, I hope they don't call. Once they call and I pick up, or once I do call someone, I'm happy to have the conversation, but it's getting me to the point of calling. That's the problem. Mike, I know it's scary and it's weird. It's considered weird, and we need to change that perception. One of the cards, I wish I had remembered which one it was, I pulled today. I was using this deck. It actually had a sign that said, "We are the weirdos, mister," in this deck. I am fortunate, thank God, I do not have any sort of chronic pain, physical pain. I am chronically heartbroken in my life right now, but that's only in one situation. So I've taught myself how to separate and compartmentalize. Like, the rest of my life is amazing. Okay. I'm so sorry. Who is this?
Roger Blair.
Roger Blair, I hope you're still here.
I hope so too.
Oh, thank you, Brent. Yeah, and it's just on here. I will never miss this stream unless it's absolutely impossible for me to stream. Oh, Melissa Nicole, girl, you are so true. You are so right on. I'd rather be hurt with the truth than fooled with a lie. Oh my gosh. Medications are Band-Aids that can kill you. Yeah. I fear pain meds because that's how I got started using the big H at 30 years old. A month after my 30th birthday is when I first used it. I mean, my dad too. He didn't start using it till he was like 28 or 29 years old. Ooh, okay. Roger, you got Secret of Shinobi. Slow motion, yeah. The pain and heartbreak is what we pay for the joy. Absolutely. And it's always going to be like that. You know, even if I get out of it, if I were in a toxic situation, and I'm not saying I am, and if I were dealing with an absolute 100% textbook narcissist that I feel this big around all the time, not saying I am, who I know hates my guts because of my success, I think I would finally come into a place where I was just like, let me put the rest of my life into perspective, how wonderful and amazing it is, how much it's changed in the last 5 years. Yeah, Blue Crossroads, I actually had a 45-minute phone conversation. We, like, when you were sending me the books and stuff, and we were just talking, and I didn't realize it. Usually I do rush off the phone because I'm busy. That one point I was doing something like packing when I was at my mom's, and I had a few minutes. So I called him just to say hi, and talk to him about something he was going through. And we ended up being on the phone for like 46 minutes. Roger, are you still here? I cannot forget to read for Casey and Lotus. Secret of Shinobi. Shh. Can you keep a secret? It's time to play your cards close to your chest. Soon enough, you'll be ready to stand up to the mountaintop for all to see and hear. But for now, let things unfold in the guarded privacy of your own inner world. When the time is right to be seen in the light, you'll know what is true and what to do. Until then, be patient, be private, be committed, and wait for the right time to shine. Vixen Doe, there's a song by Macklemore, Mackelmore, and it's called Drug Dealer. And one of the lines is, my drug dealer was a doctor. He had the plug from Big Pharma. He said that he could heal me. He tried to kill me for $1. When I heard that song, I cried. It was my situation exactly. Roger, the ninja goddess brings you a message. Sometimes being less visible, less transparent, less seen for a time is helpful. It doesn't mean being dishonest or deceptive, but it does mean keeping your intentions and your truths to yourself until you see the best way you can achieve your goals. In fact, the best way to attain your goals might be more of the iron fist and a velvet glove approach. You might find that gentle persuasion works far better than direct confrontation, which can unintentionally inflame a situation and trigger defensive reactions to others instead of finding a way to bring resolution. If you have been frustrated that you're not breaking through into a more prominent position or not being seen as clearly as you would like, don't worry. That will pass, and you will be given your time to stand up and be seen at the right time. For now, at least, you can move more freely without obstruction, jealousy, competition, or sabotage if you keep your private affairs very, very private indeed. When it is time to show your hand, to reveal your intentions and speak more openly and publicly about what has been gestating, you'll know it. But for now, let things come together away from prying eyes. Just for now, it's time to keep your secret. So, Roger, and I don't even know if you're here. Roger, I feel like what this card, and I have it backwards, is saying is, I feel like you feel like you're not getting anywhere with a certain person, relationship, situationships, whatever it is. You feel like you're just not moving forward no matter how hard you try. I feel like in the next week or two, it's going to come to you like what you need to do. And you're going to be so excited. You're going to want to share it with everybody. But you have to remember the toxic people that are around you that are making you miserable, that are making you feel like you can't move forward, right? And there could be just one, but I do see like several. I don't know if this is a work situation or something where you're dealing with a lot of toxic energy. Remember that that's the people you're dealing with. So you don't want to go and shout to them all of your ideas so that they can steal them or put them down or make you feel less than. If you talk about your plans for the next few months, your plans to elevate, to be successful, to start a new business, to ask someone to marry you, whatever the case may be, this is something big, okay? They're going to ruin it on you. But if you keep it to yourself and show the universe that you have not only patience in yourself, but that you have faith and trust in it, in the universe, in them, and your spirit team, they're going to give you everything you want and more. And they're just going to remove the toxic energy from you. Chillin' Charlie, are you still here? I don't want to read for people who aren't here. I don't only want to read for people who aren't here.
I know that. He was here. He just asked if he was going to be on if he was on the list.
Well, Roger and like Richard Elmore, like people that are in here all the time, it's okay. But I feel like there are people who are waiting. So
Chillin's here.
Okay. Chillin' Charlie, let's do Magic of You. This is a great deck. Oh, Melissa Nicole. You're lucky that it affects you that way. I would have to not take it for like 10 days to get any sort of feel off of it. Turmeric Krugerman. Cat's Claw. You guys are so sweet. Pammy, thank you. My pancakes. My phone actually recognizes the word pancake now instead of pancake because of you. I'll be like, I'm making RJ pancakes. I can't even laugh. This is terrible. I have 2 lists. There's only 2 people on the one you don't want to be on. My poop list, my doghouse list. One of them I'm tolerating. I've set my boundaries. So, Chillin' Charlie, you got card number 34, Ubuntu. Compassion for others. Wow. What if you were solely defined by your compassion for others and the kindness you extended? How would your life look? Charlie, how would you conduct yourself if Ubuntu, humanity, was solely what you were noted for? Dude, I try to pretend whenever I'm in sticky situations that Jesus is standing right next to me because he's like the ultimate for me. He's everything to me, and it helps me to remember to be kind, even in it doesn't always work, but consider how your benevolence can extend to other species and creatures. This is a time to empathize with others' journeys and put yourself in their shoes, for better or for worse. The girl pierces her own eye with the leaf, and in doing so opens the window to her soul and learns from the challenges and the gifts of others' journeys. She is peaceful and reflective. There is no pain, only greater understanding and greater wisdom. Now is the time to notice others' struggles and help them. Listening with compassion and patience can ease the suffering of another person. Be defined by your willingness to put others' needs before your own, just as you would appreciate they might do in your times of need. Charlie, normally I wouldn't recommend this. I do not recommend putting yourself in other people's shoes. I feel like that is kind of a waste of time because you could just be kind to them no matter what they're going through. However, I do feel like there's someone in your life that you are misunderstanding. I feel like they have good intentions. Ryan Smedhurst, let us know if you're here. I feel like you're just not understanding them. I feel like this person really is genuinely out to help you or understand where you're coming from. But I think because of the Mercury retrograde as well, there's like a miscommunication. So Charlie, if there's someone in your life right now that you're just like, maybe you guys got along really well, say it was like your best friend since childhood or whatever, you guys got along well your whole life, and now all of a sudden there's like this weirdness between you. I feel like if you reached out and just kind of let the situation unfold without getting mad or judgmental, you'll understand at the end of the next week or 2 what was really going on. I feel like there's something hidden beneath the surface here. Like maybe like if that were the example, like your best friend since you were little, like someone told them you said something that you really didn't say, so now they're kind of sitting on it, like they want to ask you. There's some underlying thing going on between you and this person or in this situation you're in, and you don't see the whole picture yet. So make sure you continue to be compassionate, to be kind, okay? And to not react or respond with anger or malice, because in the end, you're going to end up looking like the a-hole because this person was misunderstood, is confused right now, and they don't know how to talk to you about it or approach you. Oh, my cat did come back, I think 3 days ago. He lost some weight and he was still extremely aggressive towards me. The kid I was talking about before that I yelled out the window to, Pete, he took him on Monday because he's getting neutered yesterday. And he was going to keep him till tomorrow, but today he had something to do, so he brought him back today while I was streaming. So I just left the door open for him to. Oh my god, my front door is unlocked. I totally forgot. So he left the cat here, but he said the cat is still kind of aggressive. So if the cat does not calm down by the 15th, I am going to bring the cat to my doctor appointment where I hang out with Mike. I'm looking at Mike's name. Where I go with Pete. We go to group together and everything. And I'm going to give the cat to him, and he's going to find a barn home for the cat. The cat, we don't want to put it in a shelter. I really, honestly, guys, I know it sounds horrible and mean. I just don't care at this point. The cat is a menace. He is ferocious. He is vicious. And I just honestly can't handle him anymore. And I've never had this problem. So we're going to find someone who needs like a barn cat. Ray's niece runs a cat rescue. She knows people. So either way, if by the 15th he doesn't stop with the BS and talking smack, he's going to go. He's got to go. And I'm going to give all this stuff to my sister for her kitties. I hope he does calm down. I wanted a cat that I can like pet and that would come and sit here while I was doing readings. And from the moment I said my first hello to Ralphie, he hissed and attacked my face. And he was a 4-week-old kitten. So to me, I'm like, why am I spending all this money? He's got a $250 cat tree. I spend like $23 on a thing of litter. Like, what am I doing wrong? But cats don't know that, you know, cats are takers, but I love cats. But this cat, I can't handle. No, there's nothing wrong with him. And I got him as a kitten. The first thing he did was go after my face. I dropped him. He hurt his leg. We had to take him to the vet. Luckily, it wasn't broken. It was just like a little sprain. And now the cat perceives me as a person who hurt him and has been vicious. I mean, vicious. If he's under the couch and I lean down to grab something, he will leap through the air with his claws out and his fangs and latch into me. Here, he did it one time. I have scars on my calves from him doing it. He even attacks Ray, and Ray is his person. So I don't know. And RJ does not like the cat now because of the way the cat treats his mommy. He always tells him, stop hissing at my mommy. And then you hear RJ go, I just think the cat is meant to be outside. You know, not all animals are meant to be pets. He's an animal at the end of the day. And I got to remember that. Like, he's not a human being that's going to like appreciate. Yeah, and I tried. I got him everything, the best of everything. I spoiled the poop out of him, but he just did not like me. But, and I'll say this quickly because I know we're all waiting for readings. Like if Ray would remove him from this trying to eat out of the sink, Ray would say, get out, get out, get out. Finally, Ray picks him up and moves him. Now I can't even pick him up. He will tear me apart. So Ray moves him. The cat will stalk Ray through the house for like 45 minutes. And when Ray least expect it, you'll hear the cat go through the air, literally leaping, and latch into Ray with his teeth, wherever he can latch onto, and hold with his claws. Like, this is an attack cat. He was not properly socialized. I don't know if that's my fault or if it's the person. I think he's just feral. Anyway, who's next? Usually cats just come to me and I would just, you know, I wanted a cat that can sit on my lap and be my familiar. You know, I'm a lonely person in real life. I have me. So.
Nut slap.
Is he still here?
I thought he was still here. Nut slap.
Nut slap.
Nut slap. Come and get your
Luke, thank you. People are judging me. They're like, oh, it's a cat. You just throw away your, like, I've tried. I really have. And it's been 9 months and he's just feral.
Okay, I guess he left.
Yeah.
Oh, he was doing rounds.
Okay, so we can read for him. All right, let's do Alice in Wonderland. Sorry, I got caught up on my cat here.
You're fine. It's your show.
Pammy, I got him at 4 weeks, though. Like, you know. Oh, that's so cute, Charlie. All right, Mike, I hope you had a great birthday. Enjoy the rest of it. I'm going to get a reading out to you this week or the beginning of next week. Remember, guys, tomorrow is Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Full moon on the 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, Pam, you know, he, for the most part, leaves RJ alone. But now that RJ can't stand him because of the way he treats me, if he attacks my son, like, you know, I don't even want to say it because I know I'm going to be judged, but he will accidentally get let out in the woods and not be seen again. Like, do not. Darling Deb, I'm going to wait a little bit, and I'm going to try to get a more grown cat from Ray's niece, one that's already been socialized, and that is gentle because she'll be able to tell. She has like 20 cats at a time, if not more. Nut slap. I want to be a queen. Stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom, passing a test in the shadow position. Card number 33. I don't want to be anybody's prisoner. I want to be a queen. So you will when you've crossed the next brook, said the knight. When Alice declares she does not want to be anybody's prisoner, she is establishing her self-determination. I got you, Mike. She is a free person, even in the strange world she finds herself within. She will not allow herself to be imprisoned, enslaved, or taken into captivity, even if her incarceration was to be comfortable. She declares her intent strongly. She wants to be queen, a ruler in her own right, a person who has power, influence, and will take charge of herself in her own world. And she will embrace all the responsibility and scrutiny that comes with the role. When this card comes to you, you're being asked to free yourself from any captivity, enslavement, or imprisonment. You do not wish to be anybody's prisoner. You were born to be free. It's time to liberate yourself from any shackles and embrace your innate power. You also want to go further than freedom. You're seeking power. Not so much power over others, but the kind of power that sees you able to help yourself make wonderful choices and rule with justice and compassion. Plus, you'll forge your own destiny. You are ready to become the queen, and there's no gender assignment in tarot or oracle, so king. And make your own choices in your own way. You are set to rule your own world, indeed, to shape your own world. You will no longer ask for permission to come and go. You will declare, make the rules, and decide what takes place in your dominion and domain. Instead of fearing your power, you will embrace it and the enormous energy that comes with stepping into your own potential. Now, you got this in the reverse. So the divination, raising your status, you are taking charge of your life, making decisions for yourself and setting rules and boundaries that work for you, declaring your independence, becoming powerful and influential, waiting to embrace your potential. But in the shadow, it means your fear of power, a preference for being told what to do rather than deciding what's best for you, acquiescing to another's will, seeing power as a corrupting influence, shrinking away from potential, fear of failure, overcompensating. Grab my leg. When I'm sick, my senses are very down, guys, so please forgive me. All right, so RJ was so cute. He likes my water so much. I got him the little juice pouch boxes of the water. He thought it was juice. It's so good. All right, nut slap. This card, I want to be queen or king, in the reverse position, is you are so used to going with the flow, okay? You are so used to, yes, Lukem, yes, he does. You are so used to people telling you what to do. I think it's a certain situation. Like, it's like, this is just how it is. Universe is saying, no, like, that is not how it is. That might be how it is, but that's not how it's supposed to be. You were supposed to be in this relationship, in the situation, for a short time to learn a few lessons and then move on. You are now stuck, stale, stagnant in a situation, relationship, or whatever that is dead, done, and over with. Nut slap. The universe is telling you, if you don't make a move to make a move, the universe is going to make it for you. And then you're going to lose a lot. You're going to be set back. Who knows how long? All you have to do is say no. This is not acceptable. This is not okay. I am not going to do that. But then back it up by not doing it. And I feel like that's where a lot of us empaths, light workers, people with abilities, sensitives like us, weirdos, right? That's where we go wrong. If you talk to me like that again, I am never speaking to you. They call you the next day. You're like, oh, hey, what's up? Sorry about last night. You know, like we don't stick to the boundaries we create. And that's what you're being told to do. Brent, have an amazing, amazing night. Thank you so much for coming in. I just love all you guys. Nick, I told you not to leave without a reading, dude.
I'll timestamp it for you, Nick. You can come back later.
Oh,
is that all right?
Yeah. I was Ray and RJ are home.
Okay.
Who's next?
Darling Deb.
Oh, he said I got to go read for me. I didn't even see that. I just saw, I got to go. Darling Deb, gateway to the liminal spirits. Here, RJ, I want to go by mommy. 9:23. Okay. Write that down for me, Ghost. Ralphie. So excited to see the cat.
923 what?
Just right. So excited to see the cat. So in love. But when I walk downstairs, I won't even get a hello. Darling Deb, well, we all have attachments, okay? We start getting them around 5 or 6 years old. We get bullied at school. Someone says something mean to us. These are small little things that kind of tendril out of us. There's one woman that claims she's the only person in the world that can see and remove them. That's not true. I can do it too. Only I don't make a ton of money and I'm not famous, right? She's called like the non-denominational exorcist or something. But the issue is when we start getting these, there's all different kinds. So entity attachments are my specialty. That's when you go somewhere and something follows you, or some of it fractures and sticks to your energy. Deb, yes, you do, actually. I don't see like a ton of darkness around you, but you do have, first of all, you have a lot more than I would usually see of emotional cords, like to people that you've loved that have hurt you. You even have cords to people that you love that you're good with, but so this means that your first love, say it was 30 years ago. I don't know how old you are. I'm just saying. Melissa, I'll show you how I do that. So funny. Like your first love 30 years ago, Deb, and he broke your heart. He still has an emotional tug on you. Things like that. Okay. As far as dark entities, yes, I do believe you have 2 negative energy attachments. I would need to see you face to face more than just looking at your little picture. I just feel energy when I speak to someone and communicate. But as far as what I can see, I would have to actually see you. So if you want to email me about that, and I think I gave you my phone number. Yes, exactly. We were all given the ability to remove spirits, but that doesn't mean we all know how. You might end up with more than trying to get rid of them. Yes, that's the thing. I think everybody, I know everybody has the same gifts and abilities that I do, that we all have it. It's just how you use it, if you know how to use it, how you were conditioned as a child and growing up. Ooh, my favorite herb, okay. Darling Deb, you got mugwort. I just have to find it now. Oh, there it is, by Belladonna. Darling Deb, please do. I have like every day I have like 6 deadlines. I'm super busy, but I will always take time for you guys. Email me. Most of you have my number. Like, I'm here. Darling Deb, mugwort. The unassuming mugwort is an herb of many uses, including protection, consecration, uncovering memory, enhancing dreams, and guidance. As its scientific name hints at, mugwort at blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. It literally just got jumped. As its scientific name hints at, mugwort is associated with the goddess Diana and women's mysteries. It has a reputation for being a wayfinder and a gateway to extrasensory perception, which is why it's used in charms to protect travelers of all kinds. I always recommend mugwort for lucid dreaming and trying to get into past lives, okay? So, it's banned in some places because you can technically get high off it or get really sick. You have to be really careful with it. You don't just go out and buy mugwort and burn it. You have to know what you're doing. Consort with mugwort to open the door to experiencing visionary dreams, but take care to be respectful or you may get more than you bargained for. Do not turn your nose up at the ordinary and commonplace. Just because something is readily available doesn't mean it's less valuable or effective than more difficult to acquire or expensive things. Everyday witchcraft is sourced from what is at our fingertips. You may feel like you have lost your way or are stuck in a rut. Deb, look to mugwort for guidance to illuminate the path before you and show you new opportunities. Yeah, so I definitely feel a rut here, okay? I feel like you're trying to learn and grow and move forward in a certain area of your life, or it could even be more than one area. But it's like something is holding you back. And I'm hearing like a lot of like chatter, like other people telling you either what you're doing is wrong, what you're doing is weird, or like, you know, it's a hobby, so you need to make sure you actually have time for it. Like something is pulling you away from you moving into your abilities, and the universe is calling you into them to use them to help others. Okay. It's time for you, darling Deb, to activate. The problem is when you're still listening to people that are slowing you down and or stopping you because they don't agree with what you're doing. They don't understand what you're doing. They don't like what you're doing. You are not going to move forward. You're not going to activate, and the universe is actually going to take from you. I feel like you just need to put your foot down and be like, listen, if you don't like what I'm doing, we won't talk about it. If you don't like what I'm doing, don't ask about it. But you do not get to choose what I do and do not do, and what I can and cannot say, think, feel, opine, etc. I don't like that. I know what that feels like.
The Batman.
Batman. I'm going to use the Vampire Oracle. Ugh, I feel like poopy. Yeah, you've got a lot of background noise there. And I saw it as energy, so I didn't know if it was a human or an attachment. It could definitely be an attachment trying to compel you to stop because it knows your power. That happens a lot when people are being called to activate. A lot. Someone like you, especially, who you've learned a lot, you went out and sought how to become whatever it is, an oracle reader, a seer, whatever the case may be. You sought it out, and I admire and applaud that so much. But yes, there are going to be things that want to stop you. Yes, you are so welcome, sweetheart. Please take the advice. It's going to be bad if you don't. All right, Bat Mom, let's see. Her last day in the light. Card number 10. I don't know if I've ever pulled this card too. It's a Knight of Surprises. Yeah, darling Deb, please email me, okay? I'm going to do my best to check them tonight, and if not, I have all day tomorrow. Unexpected endings, surprise changes, sudden shifts. What, you may wonder, is this angel so clearly defined by daylight doing here amidst we ones who walk the dark path and who are committed to assisting you to understand your blessings and enrich the great wonder of the human life you've been given? She is here, for she is about to become one of us, and this image depicts her last day amidst those who walk under daylight. There are many times in your human life when you walk for the last time in a circumstance or situation which you take very much for granted. How many times have we wished we hugged someone who passed away unexpectedly one more time? Or we were a little bit nicer to them when they were in our lives, or all of those types of things. But we are here to share with you news, both good and bad. The news that a time is coming to an end and a great source of security may be about to finish for you. And it will soon be your turn to have a hardship that only you can bear and become heroic in the undertaking. Bat Mom, there is no cause for you to fear, though being human, you will fear it. It is time to understand more of what you have avoided and what circumstances soon to come to you will teach you. You will not lose anything that you can't bear, although it is a sacrifice and it shall be difficult, and at times you'll definitely struggle. But this ending must take place for you to come to even greater illumination at a later time, and for the angelic nature within you to grow, you must endure something that will temper you as the finest sword of the Archangel Michael. Wow. You will become again one who walks in the miracle of the light of color of the creatures who live amongst the rays of light that stream from the noble sun. But soon you will go into the night of your soul, and you will confront parts of yourself that cannot be seen by the light of the sun. They can only be found as they shine in the dark. So soon shine, but shine in the dark time. You will have courage, and you will return one day to the song of the birds, to the hope of the robin, and to the faith that you may have lost for a time. It'll be yours again. And if you're already within this dark time and this card emerges, then soon you will walk into the light. You will emerge, and all about you will be the miracle of day, of light, and the great darkness, after the great darkness. Blessing, prepare for change. If you are currently in darkness and the soul is weary and aching, take hope and take courage, as you will soon emerge into the light again, a risen one, and the miracle of life, even if the past lies in ruins, will be the greatest blessing for you to behold, and the simplest of companions of the day will bring you the greatest of joys. Being unprepared for change means we can be shocked and disrupted by the unexpected, but this is also a great time to test your skills and your beliefs. You will be able to handle this change and move through it with grace, no matter how difficult it may seem. Some of these messages tonight are incredibly powerful, guys. Hey, Ralph and Cassie. Oh, thank you. Just got home. Been a long day and night. I'm glad I didn't miss you completely. I forgot it was even Wednesday. Always great to see you, and obviously the beyond beautiful gift. You guys are so sweet. Yeah, Bat Mom, there's definitely something, I don't want to say something bad happening, but if we put it in human terms, in layman terms, because humans are laymen when it comes to spirit, right? Myself included. Something bad is about to happen. And I say bad tentatively because it's actually the best thing that could happen for you, but you're not going to see it for a long time. I feel when I first pulled this card, I felt like my heart was ripped open. I felt like I wanted to just burst into tears, and I'm a physical medium. That means I feel everything physically. Okay. So if I go into a home where someone was shot in the head, I know what it's like to be shot. I know what it's like to be stabbed because I feel it directly in my energy on me. It doesn't necessarily touch me, but I feel it. So that's what I felt. I felt like, like I've been punched in the gut. I'm falling to my knees. Why is this happening to me? And unfortunately, that's what I see with you. I don't know if someone's going to die. I normally don't get death when I read. It's happened maybe 4 times in my entire career. But there is something here that's going to break your heart, and it's going to rip you apart. But the universe is saying, if you're already going through it, good news, within a month or so, you're going to be over it. Not over it, but it's not going to hurt anymore. And you're going to be like, oh, like, for instance, say I'm just using this as an example, a long-term relationship ends, okay? And you've been together 15 years and you found out he's cheating with like your sister. I don't know. This is like heartbreaking stuff, right? Just say that's what it is. Because you've been going through it for so long and you've been so heartbroken and focused, one day is going to come where you, like, for instance, meet somebody new and they start treating you like a queen, you know, and they start being that person that you've always wanted the other past person to be that they never could. Then you're going to realize, oh, if that person didn't break my heart, I wouldn't have been out with my female friends getting drinks, and then I wouldn't have met so-and-so, and then I wouldn't be living my best life. Like, it's all going to start connecting and making sense. I don't know if you've already been through this. I do feel like you could be going through it right now, or it's right about to happen, like in the next week or two, possibly within the month, okay? If you need someone to lean on, call me or message me, but know this, if you react and respond in anger, it's only going to drag it out. It's going to make you look bad, and you're not going to gain as much in the long term. Grieve, let it out, find, deal with it, grow through it, go through it. I don't mean like deal with it like being an a-hole. I just mean like once you get through it, you're going to have such freaking clarity like you've never had before in your life. And you're going to realize, like, in that situation, you wasted 15 years. That person was not for you. I can pull some more cards for you. I'm probably doing readings tomorrow or the next day. I don't mind helping you out with that. So, Stephen, would you put a clarity reading for Batmom? And can you please write, I know this is a lot. Can you please write vampire card number 10 so I understand what I'm dealing with? Right. If I hadn't taken the stairs instead of the elevator, I would have never met my husband. I certainly wasn't looking. That's what I mean. As soon as you stop trying to find peace and just start going about your day, that's when you're going to find peace and be able to go about your day.
What was the card again?
Number 10. Just write card 10 because there's only one card 10. I got to show Melissa my eyes when we're done with this. I use 2 different eyeliner pencils. And I can barely do it. It's like if you look up close, they're crooked. Like my eyebrows. I almost did this stream with no makeup except lipstick. That's how crappy I felt. Who's next?
Lukem snookum.
Lukem, I'm going to use the Divine Circus for you. Lukem spookum, that's awesome. I tell everyone all the time, if you look at my birth chart, I have no earth. And I've always hated the woods. Like, they were always gross to me. Like, there's bugs and animal. Like, I'm not an animal person at all. I like cats and hamsters. So for me, I do have Taurus in my second house, or my sixth. I think it's my sixth house, and then Capricorn in my 10th or something. So I do have some earth. But because I have no earth in my chart, I had to really acquaint myself with it. I had to force myself to understand being grounded and the way the earth works, and find a love of the woods and the great outdoors. Because I told you guys last week, I think Bat Mom, just, if you have it, that would be amazing. I could use it, but if you don't worry about it. I will help you. Okay. So when I was younger and I would get grounded, you know how most kids like grounded, you go to your room, you can't go outside for a week. My punishment was you have to go outside from the time you get home from school until dinner every single day. That was my grounding, because I didn't have friends. My friends were dead people. And I hated going outside because I was so weird. I didn't know how to control. So cleansing therapy, me too. I really have to get in touch with Lara. I know that I wouldn't even probably be sick right now if I had contacted her like I was supposed to. Lukem, you got Out of Darkness, card number 2. Liquid liner. Yeah, no liquid liner. You got to use the retractable, and then I'll show you this extra thick liner I have. Can't use it on your eyes because it blurs and blends, but then I use the retractable for under my eye and on top, and I do the whole thing. And then I take the big, thick one, or another retractable, and just draw the edge. I'll show it to you. I got them like 2 for $10 on Amazon. All right, Lukem, I'm sorry about that. Card number 2, Out of Darkness. Something that has been troubling you, something dark within you or in your life, is about to become something else. You won't see it coming, but when the time is right, and it soon will be, out of the darkness will come a new life. A seed of new life is growing. Perhaps you cannot see it or feel it because the seed begins its journey to new life in the darkness, hidden, away from sight and away from the light. This is very similar to Batmom's card, just a different message. This seed is destined to bring new life to a situation that might seem to be dying, a fresh perspective to a stale problem. When the time is right, and that is fast approaching, the seed will push through, rise up, and reveal itself. It will no longer just be a seed, but a shoot that will grow into a plant and can then flower and bear fruit. It is not a question of whether or not it's going to happen. It is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. It's just a matter of time. Whatever struggle or challenge in your life or in your heart right now, trust that it's going to work out. Not only that, but the very thing that seems to be the darkest in your life, the most troublesome, is actually going to be what brings forth a beautiful new gift of love and life. In a strange way, it's actually trying to help you. It's assisting you in being ready to receive and experience new life, for something new to be born in you and in your life. This might be the realization of your own inner strength, your courage, the development of belief in yourself, confidence to trust your instincts, or some other gifts yet to be discovered. In time, you will see that those gifts, developed in order to get through the darkness, helped you step out of the darkness and into a whole new life. Soon you'll see there was an opportunity and even a blessing hiding in the troubles of your past, just waiting for the right time to transform itself into light and light. So I just want to say, before I get into the channeling, Dargo, Janus, and Blue Heron, please text me. I don't have your numbers anymore, but I do have your readings. Now, this is getting really ridiculous now. Lukem, this is almost, it's a little bit similar to the card I just pulled for Batmom. Okay. So what this is saying is there's something in your life that's like really affecting you in a negative way. Okay. Really, it's hurting you. And I don't know if it's happened yet, if you really realize what's going on, you might still be in the dark. Once this is revealed to you, it's going to be really hard for you to accept. I mean, it could be like losing your job out of nowhere. It could be a relationship going south. But I feel like because you're not seeing the whole picture, you're not understanding that this is actually a good thing. It's actually going to be something helpful. So for instance, like it's so similar to Batmoms, and I hate when that happens, like 2 cards in a row, but it happens. So you get fired from your job unexpectedly. Now you have no money and you can't collect unemployment because you worked under the table. How are you going to pay your bills? Instead of worrying about how you're going to pay your bills, start trying to manifest your dream job. and it will come to you. Like the universe had to get rid of that job and the people that were in it, all that old stale energy to bring in new. You just don't see that literally happening. It's literally like chess. Like the universe is like, okay, move this here, that there, then he can get there, move that out of the way. Like that's kind of the way that I see it, that I can explain it. So something is coming in the guise of something terrible, something bad, something you are not going to want to deal with, and something that could possibly be painful. But it is only a guise, Lucum. It's actually something magnificent and wonderful that never would have happened or came into your life had that bad thing not happened. Oh, God. Okay, who's next?
Slow motion.
Yeah, and I so agree. I can't believe the mental clarity I've gotten in the past 16 days. It's unlike anything I've ever felt before. The realizations I've come to and the way my whole personality has changed. I'm able to manifest so much faster now. It's just like I've seen this amazing, beautiful light in this horrible, heartbreaking, and terrible situation. One down. Yeah, when you cry, I cry. Yeah, it's you know. Okay, slow motion. I'm going to use the fairy tale oracle. Yeah, I have to. I'm starting to feel really icky because I got jumped for that second. Like when I was reading and I was like, blah, blah, blah. I didn't do that. Always hope for the best. Expect the best. Okay. Well, Heather, I'll do you next then. Okay. I'm shuffling for slow motion, but I will give you a reading. Just tell us next time. Like I only have, 20 minutes or whatever. If you can hang around while I do slow motions, then I will certainly read for you, baby girl. Slow motion. What came of picking flowers? Card number 23, which is my favorite number. So I always look at that as lucky. I've never pulled this card before either. This is a gorgeous card. Slow motion. There was once a woman who had 3 daughters whom she loved very much. One day, the eldest was walking in a water meadow when she saw a pink growing in the stream. She stooped to pick the flower, but her hand had scarcely touched it when she vanished altogether. The next morning, the second sister went out into the meadow to see if she could find any traces of the lost girl, and as a branch of lovely roses lay trailing across her path, she bent down to move it away, and in so doing could not resist plucking one of the roses. In a moment, she too had disappeared. Wondering what could have become of her 2 sisters, the youngest followed in their footsteps and fell a victim to a branch of delicious white jessamine. So the old woman was left without any daughters at all. This rare old tale makes good use of the enchanting number of 3, and thus when this card comes to you, know that the power of 3 is being enacted and activated in your life, within your life. Slow motion. Throughout this story, 3 daughters are lost when they pick flowers. For you, this is a message to be sure that what you take is yours to begin with. It is not a time to reap, but to sow instead. And if there is a consequence of any action in the past, you will have help in the form of a young male who will use his wits and charm to assist, as the brother does within the tale. Your family will offer you help. Any relationships that you are in that you're not working will transform, as each of the marriages of the daughters does too. Each is freed, even by doing the impossible, killing a man who cannot be killed. So no matter how entrapped you may feel by destructive relationships and poor choices you have made, know that there is always a solution, and that solution is on its way to you now. The dove within the tale is the beginning of a new time of peace and pure love for you, and a return to people, friends, and family you have isolated yourself from. Slow motion. I feel like you need to stay calm. Okay. You need to, I keep hearing stake your claim. So you need to stake your own claim, but make sure that it's yours. Okay. I feel like you could accidentally be encroaching on someone else's something. I don't know. Like if you're, I don't know. It's like somebody's assisting you, but watch out. Be careful with them because they may have ulterior motives and they may be very highly manipulative. That's the energy I'm getting. Also, I feel like you're in kind of a dark night of the soul right now. You don't know which direction to go. It's like when's the bomb going to drop? You know, like what next? How could things possibly get worse? Right? That's what people say. I don't say that, but I know a lot of people say that. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly happen next? You know, what's next? I feel like you're feeling that type of stuff. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you will in the next 1 or 2 weeks. So slow motion, I feel like the universe is saying, just let things happen. Do not try to control anything or everything. And also, the card actually said there will be a solution. There's 2 forms, in the form of a young male, okay, possibly a family member. It could be someone you just meet one time that helps you with something, but be on the lookout, because this person is going to offer you great help and change your life drastically and dramatically, but you won't notice that effect for years. The second specific message was nature has the answer. So whatever it is you're looking for that you really need, that you're either praying on or trying to manifest, hoping with all your hope and want and need for this thing. And it's like, it's right there in front of you. You're just not seeing it. Oh, good. Bad mom, I wish I could help you tonight. I will do it in the morning. I promise you. Okay. First thing in the morning, if you want to text me, the first thing I will do is your reading and send it to you. Okay. Please do not. That's why, like, I hate giving negative messages, but I have to. I cannot alter the message because it's not Gemma. It's spirit. So if I alter the messages, they might mess with my abilities and I might not be able to bring messages anymore. I don't ever want to tell people that something bad's going to happen. I don't ever want to make people anxious, and I'm so sorry. Oh, Blue Crossroads, good night. Have a great, fantastic night. Have a night as fantastic and incredible as you are. Who's next?
I'm sorry, you said Heather would be next.
That's right. Are you okay? You're on mute, so.
I said Heather's next. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fight tremors. I'm
okay.
Okay.
We're almost
we're
done,
almost
right?
done. Yeah, we're good. I'm just trying to plow through it. It's nothing new. It's just a little heavy tonight. It's been a long day. Look at what I've been through.
I'm feeling it too. I got jumped. I can't believe that happened.
I'm still hyped up for that.
That was bad. Blah, blah, blah. Like, why would you do that? Heather, Nikki, I'm also going to use the fairy tale oracle for you. Darling Deb, I think we all know your heart. I don't think anyone in this chat ever means to be cruel or insensitive. I think what happens, and I talked to Jules about this, is that affect does not come across when you're writing. So you could say something that, you can't hear the affect, the tone. Okay. Come on, for Heather, please. Got it. Yeah, he's fine. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't anything that I was doing. Okay, Heather, Nikki, Dawn, the golden hair, and it is the card of duty, card number 40. This is a little bit of a long one, guys, so I do apologize. She set him free with her own hands, and she placed a gold crown on his head and a royal cloak on his shoulders. Come, she said, I make you my king. A young princess had hair the color of the sun at first light, and she wore it about her as a cloak to both hide within and feel safe behind isolation. She was so lovely she was named Dawn, and all who beheld her gave away a piece of their heart to her. A great king who beheld her fell so deeply in love, he went to her father and to her mother to ask for her hand, but they said it was Dawn's decision to make, and she loved her home well and wished only to belong to herself. And the king went away and chose a bright and good young man to plead his case, for the king was too busy with the matters of state to conduct the romance. So the young man went away, and although he was fine to gaze upon and well-made and strong, canny and fine, he was humbled at the trust his king had given him. As he thought of how he could win this princess for his king, he took to the woods, where he always felt most at peace. He passed a small lake and saw a fish out of water, choking on the air, wriggling desperately toward the water. He gently picked it up and gave it back to the water, and the fish leapt high in the silver waters, thanking him, promising him a good deed when he had need. The young man smiled, for how could a fish help him win the hand of Dawn the golden-haired? A little later, he saw a crow being hunted by an eagle, and he climbed high and chased off the eagle, feeling for that this day he could be sure the humble did as well as the mighty. And the crow thanked him too, and promised him a reward when the time came. And the young man smiled, a crow to come to his aid. Then he came upon an owl caught within a net left by humans, and he delicately freed the owl, not wishing to damage it in any way. And the owl gazed upon him, sleepy and weary after a long night's struggle, and promised her favor when the time came. At last he knew what he would do to gain the favor of the princess for his king. He found her 2 playful puppies and headed for the castle. Dawn readied herself again, knowing that she would marry no one. For unbeknownst to the young man, a huge ogre who lived nearby had sworn to make Dawn his own. And she knew if she married another, it would bring death upon that man and all upon his kingdom. But when he came to her with the fine, playful little dogs and the kindness shining from his eyes, oh my gosh, this is so long, she felt herself falling in love and told him of her need. But he said her hand was intended for his king, and he was merely his messenger, and he insisted that he must try to win her hand. So she sighed and gave him his first quest, to find a lost ring which had fallen from her slender finger as she swam. And to his surprise, the fish he had saved brought him the ring. But she still did not wish to marry this young man's king, for she was falling in love with the young man. So the second quest was given, that the giant with a yen for her must be thwarted, destroyed, so she and her kingdom could be free. The young man left, and as he approached the giant's abode, made of skeletons of former adversaries, his friend the crow dove from the skies and plucked out the eyes of the ogre giant. The ogre fell to the ground, writhing in pain, and the young man unsheathed his sword and took his head. This was not enough, for Dawn had fallen so deeply in love with the young man before her, she wished only to send him on his way, so she would not be reminded of what she could never have. But he succeeded in the third task, too, with the help of the wise old owl he rescued. And so she married his king, who then threw the loyal man into prison, because he could see how Dawn adored him, and finally, due to his own jealousy, he passed away. Dawn was finally able to marry the man she adored, set herself free, and keep her kingdom free too. This story is about a love that seems thwarted, but which does eventually come to be. So this card is of hope. It is a card of duty, reluctantly, but honorably done. And it is a card about happily ever after, as Dawn and her true love lived, along with the 2 little dogs, of course. So, sorry about that, guys. Whew. Heather, this is not about, like, a toxic relationship turning for the better and working. Okay. This is about happily ever after for Heather, whatever that looks like for you. And if it looks like happily ever after in a relationship, it is not with the person that's around you right now. I don't know who this person is. I've never really talked to you privately, but the energy is gross. Like, no, girl, no. Mm-mm. I also feel like this is a card of people that you never expected coming to your aid. Like, people are looking at you, thinking of you a certain way. So I'll give myself for an example. A lot of the time I feel very insecure about myself, not just about my looks, but like about my writing, about how I interact with people, about my abilities. Like, I feel like I'm weird, or I'm ugly, or I'm stupid, or I don't belong anywhere. You know, I get all those feelings, and I feel like it's like you don't see how people see you. Like, you guys always tell me, no, you're beautiful, you're sweet, you're kind, you're amazing, you're generous, you're like all the beautiful things you guys say to me, but I don't see myself like that. I'm starting to, thank God. But you have to start seeing yourself the way other people see you, the good people. And there are people in your midst, in the wings, waiting for you to ask for help. They will help you. And I feel like they're going to offer you help in ways that you never expected. Like, you don't even understand the help these people are ready to give you when you most need it. This is about you finding yourself, stepping into your power, and loving yourself enough to say no more to toxic energy and narcissists and these terrible people that we, all of us empaths and light workers, get ourselves attached to and connected with. This is about Heather Nicky loving Heather Nicky for who she is as a human being. We are all sentenced to a lifetime of solitary confinement in our own skin. Only you know who you really are. Embrace it. And if there are things you don't like, change them. You can have happily ever after, and don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't.
Okay, Nick Y.
For Nick, I'm using Liminal Spirits. Gross. Yucky, yucky. Nick, you got the fish. Tell him I said hi. When are we going to talk? Yeah, Heather, just message me if I haven't given you my phone number. If I did, message me through text. I don't really like to talk on the phone. And I only do video calls with clients, but if you want to text, I'm here. Even my business card says text only. But if you gave me your number, I probably don't have it anymore because I lost so many when I switched over. All right. Nick got the fish. Big Pisces energy, Nick. I think you got Pisces energy last time too, which is crazy. Come on. Where's the fishy? These are in such a weird order. Like they're not alphabetical. They're like in these little groups that I don't understand yet because I just got the deck. There it is. Beautiful card. Okay, perfect, Heather. Good night, slow motion. Good luck if we don't see you before your surgery, and have an amazing National Paranormal Day. Nick, the fish resides in a curious place that fascinates the human mind, the realm of water situated between earth and sky. Add to that the mystery of our ancient awareness that water is vital for life, and a deep symbolism is forged. The fish brings fertility, rejuvenation, playfulness, inspiration, determination, and luck. The mesmerizing underwater motion of fluttering fins speaks to our own unconscious of dreaming self, swimming beneath our active minds. Tiny revelations can be found in bubbles that rise to the surface. Nick, conserve your resources even though things seem bountiful. If you give in to greed or don't plan accordingly, you will come up short, and it will be very soon. Now may not be the time to go against the flow. You'll waste time and energy. Instead, utilize the power of the tides to aid you in what you need to accomplish. You are the master of your own space. Take time to enjoy where you are, who you are, and how you are. You are something to celebrate. So a little bit of the same message for Heather. Definitely make sure that you are happy with yourself. If you're unhappy with parts of yourself or things going on in your life, you have to try to change, like figure out how to change them. You can't just accept, oh, people hate me and treat me like crap. Well, change the crowd that you're in, right? I know it's easier said than done, guys. That's why it's not me giving the messages. Nick, I do feel like your dreams are going to play an important part of you coming to certain revelations about people. I feel like for the first time in your life, you're finally really ready. Like people can say like, I'm ready for true love. I'm ready for romance. But at the end of the day, their soul really doesn't sit well with it because they're working on, their own business. They've got that going on. You have to be totally focused on it. I feel like there's an aspect in your life that is finally over, a changing of the tide, if you will. This person or this situation, this relationship, it's been back and forth for a really long time, either a decision that you've needed to make or a person that you keep going back and forth with. I feel like you are finally, by the end of this month, ready to move on. And if you put yourself out there, if you accept that the universe sends gifts to you, that you're a good person, that you deserve better, that's what you will receive. If you stay at home and isolate yourself and keep in this toxic situation, whatever it may be, you are not going to get out there, and you are not going to meet your soulmate. You're not going to, get the opportunity to make the money to buy the house of your dreams. Like you're just not, you're going to stay where you are. If you don't move, you stay where you are. Nothing changes if nothing changes. In recovery, they say the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. But I say that's also the definition of determination. Okay. Mike Roberts. Who's next?
I don't know. I lost. Oh, Pam Smith, but I was just seeing if she was still here. Pammy was still here.
Pam, are you still here? No, you have to slip them a waffle and sausage sandwich.
Sausage sandwich. Actually, I could use a shot of Jaeger right now, so you can just send that over.
Nick and I used to drink that all the time.
And then I'll take a bottle of Mad Dog 50/50. Grape, please.
2020, yeah.
No, we did.
Damien's dad and I used to drink that stuff. That's how I got him to be with me, because he was my ex-husband's best friend. They were like brothers, but I wanted to be with him. So I bought a huge bottle of Jaeger and seduced him. And then Damien was born. Yay.
Last time I had a bottle of Jaeger, I went down a ski slope that had the jump on it, and nobody told me. And I'm surprised I didn't get crumpled into 50 different directions. I actually landed on my first.
Oh my gosh. Mike Roberts, me too. I hate licorice, but I love Jaeger. So Ghost Dragons thwarted a shoplifter today. He saw a lady stealing. Tell him. You got to tell him real quick, and then we'll end. We got to do Lotus and KC.
Well, you got Ralph too.
Ralph, Lotus, and Casey. Yeah. Whoever's left, but we're gonna end soon. But just tell them quickly.
Oh, This poor General Dollar. Every time I go in there, it's like the last 3 times I went in there, somebody's walking out with a basket or a cart of goods, just walking out. I said today, enough is enough. I turned around, followed the lady to her car because I waited till she got out in the parking lot, ripped the basket out of her hand. She went to open the door. I shut the door with my foot. She started to take off, so I grabbed her by her hoodie. By the time I started pulling her closer to me, a guy got out of the passenger side that I didn't see, come running around the car, and I took the basket that I took from him, hit him in the head, knocked him on the ground, put my foot on his chest, and said, "Go ahead, make my day. Just make my day." And next thing I know, the cops were there.
And the cops yelled at him. They were like, "You could have been hurt."
I said, "I don't care. I'm tired of
Yeah,
it."
we were talking about he's like a superhero. Believe it or not, someone downstairs is like that too. Always stepping in. Like always, if he sees something going down that's not right, that man will step in. It's kind of frustrating. But in your case, it's total. I expect it. Like when you said the cops were involved, I was like, somebody did something wrong. Like I just totally expect that from you because you're a saver. You're a hero.
I don't know. It was just a good way. I've been kind of holding a lot of aggression lately, so it was just the perfect timing. That poor guy.
Like, I grabbed her by her hoodie.
I know I left my footprint on his chest. He had a big old bruise on his face from the basket. I wanted to knock his head off, but I had to be nice. Hey, she didn't get her reading either.
Okay. Shelly, I am going to use myths and mermaids for you, but let me do Ralph and Cassie first because I'm already shuffling for him.
Shuffling. But it was pretty funny. The cops gave me a lecture. I was worried about getting in trouble. They were like, these guys. Oh, and it was funny because the guy going, "I hurt myself. I think he broke my jaw." And I'm like, the cop goes, "Yeah, you broke your jaw yabbing around." Oh, he just wouldn't shut up either. The cop just started laughing at him. He goes, "Dude,
Darling
you're not
Deb, right?
nothing."
That make my day because I can literally see him like I can picture you doing it. If I was there, I would have probably stepped in and helped you, but I would have been laughing the whole time once you said that. Ralph and Cassie, you got card number 42. Third Eye Blinds says she leaves from the ovation, her own motivation. She comes round and she goes down on me. You guys know that song, Third Eye Blind? Okay. You got it in the shadow. You've got the gift and there is no receipt or returns. But how do you share it, Ralph? You are open to the messages that Spirit has to share, the whispered knowing in your ear. Now is the time to trust the messages. We often ask, but how do I know it's valid and not just in my imagination? Trust and believe that the messages from your spiritual team won't be one-off postcards. If they need to say something, they'll find a way to get it to you in a way that makes sense to you. This is a great message, short and to the point and short and sweet, Ralph. This is telling you that your spirit team is reaching out. There's a certain situation in your life or a person, something that you're very unsure about. And I feel like you keep hearing the same message. You keep, for some reason, thinking the same thing. Like just for an instance, and for example, I'm not saying this is happening. Like you're in a new relationship or you're in a newer relationship with someone and everything is going so great. There are like no red flags, but there's something about it that you feel like you feel anxious or what I'm feeling right now is like, what's going on? Like, what are they not telling me? And you're getting these little messages like they're married. And you're like, oh my God, that would be so crazy. Like, there's no way they're married. They spend all the time with me. And it turns out that they're married, right? Because you're not listening to that still small voice. You're looking for a burning bush of answers. And it's just not going to happen that way. Your spirit team is definitely reaching out to you. And they're trying to warn you about a person, relationship, situation, etc. If you don't listen to them, it's going to keep going on and you're going to find out and learn the hard way. Max Stacks, what's up, yo? Miss Shelly, Third Eye Blind and Three Doors Down mix up. Here Without You. Oh, that song makes me cry. Shelly, I'm going to use myths and mermaids. Shelly, don't forget you have the fire opal earrings coming. They are a family heirloom, so I'm excited to give them to you. I don't even know if you have pierced ears, but I'm going to charge them and cleanse them, so keep them in your orbit. What's up, Max? Nice to see you.
It's been a while.
It's been a while since I could say that I wasn't addicted. And all right, Shelly, you got the jellyfish portal, card number 19, in the shadow. Let life take us unassuming, yielding to the ebb and flow. No hurries, no worries, we've no need to scurry. The current will lead us wherever we go. A deep dwelling mermaid watches passively as a smack of ice blue jellyfish flutter by, carried by the ocean current. Their brilliant luminosity brings light to an otherwise darkened scene. The antithesis, you need to put up a fight. And when you message me and I message you back and you want to talk, let's do it, girl. Shelly, someone may be trying to take advantage of you. You think you get this card all the time. Although others around you seem to accept the situation, you're not required to sit idly by and accept it. Instead, draw from your inner strength and fight for what you believe is right. It may be unpopular, but your opinion is valid and deserves to be voiced. You're so welcome, Ralph. Shelly, okay, you got this card in the shadow position, the jellyfish portal. You know what's going on. Like, you know you're being manipulated. You know some of the people, or at least one person around you, they're not genuine. So why are you still allowing them in your energy? Because you don't want to be rude? Because you think you're going to be judged? Because it's your inner knowing that's putting you off? This person didn't actually do or say anything. You just know that they're full of crap and they're a piece of garbage. You don't have to say it like that, but you can just avoid them. And if someone that you live with, find a way to get out, find a way to get away. You do not deserve this. You have a voice. Your opinion matters. It's valid. As a human being, your birthright is abundance and blessing, not silence and feeling low, feeling confused and scared and lost and hopeless all the time. If you don't sit right around somebody, there's a reason. And I think that you need to say that. Like, you know, your best friend comes over for lunch 3 times a week and they keep bringing their new boyfriend, but there's something about him that puts you off. You are allowed to say, listen, so-and-so, I love having lunch with you every week. I have so much fun, but I'm not comfortable with you bringing your boyfriend. You don't even need to give a reason. You don't have to have people in your space or in your orbit that you don't want there. And if you are in a situation where you're stuck, you need to start working on getting out of it, because it's literally draining your energy. And some of that you're not ever going to get back. It's gone. Once energy goes, it either transforms or goes somewhere else and does something else.
Did you want to do Max? Max, did you want a reading? Do you want a card, Max? Should I say?
Good night, Ralph. I'm glad you know what I was talking about. Thank you for the validation. And, you know, just the more you trust in that inner voice and those little signs and synchronicities, the more you'll start to notice them and the easier your life will get. Trust me.
Okay, he said sure. And then Lotus and Casey, then you're done for the night.
Okie dokie. I'm going to have some cereal.
Then you're going to have to put me back down in the basement. Make sure you double lock the doors. I've been sneaking out.
Well, Ralphie's back, so he's my guard cat.
He's going to be my dinner one night.
Man, F that punk ass cat. I hate that cat.
Smack it around.
Max, I'm using the Human Spirit Oracle for you, honey. Who heard it? Max, you got I'm Golden, card number 8 in the shadow position. Let me move some of these because they are falling over and I don't like that. Got to respect the decks.
Yeah, but you let me fall over all the time.
No, I don't. Gemma, do better. Card number, I'm going to listen to this and hate myself tomorrow, I'm telling you.
Your voice is going to be so sore later.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't really need it. Nobody talks to me around here except RJ anyway. I may as well just be invisible. Max, what is priceless and golden to you? When you truly get down to it and think about it, is it only the material things and physical comforts that come to your mind? What do these things, quote unquote, mean to you? Why do you associate so much value to them? Is it because you're using them to fill a void? Or are you perhaps worried about keeping up with other people around you with an image you have created in your head? There are also the pressures of social media and how we present ourselves, but behind all the filters and facades are human beings who are hurting and putting on a show for other people. Are you trying to keep up with others on social media and what they seem to have? If so, ask yourself why and what is truly of value to you. Instead of subscribing to them, you need to subscribe to yourself and to Gemma Jade's channel. Take some time to look inward to mine what is a truly precious commodity, yourself. So I am going to do an oracle deck of all pictures of me. And I know that sounds cocky, but I think it's going to be awesome because I have thousands of selfies. I think at last count, I had like 10,000. So, okay. Max. So I'm golden in the reverse. This doesn't mean that all you care about is money or status or prestige. I do feel like there is a situation. I know, shameless. Even with like, so you may not be involved in a lot of social media, but there's something going on where you could be like, I'm trying to think of the way to say this. You could be like coveting something that someone else has, or you could be looking at it. A better way to put that, instead of coveting, my eyes are hurting. Instead of coveting, a better way to put that would be, I can't look at the glare. Like you are like, well, I did better than that person. So how come they're doing that and I'm still stuck here or something like that? There's some sort of comparison going on in your life. And the universe is just saying like, it's unhealthy because the universe is going to work for you in the same exact way. As soon as you stop, like, when you stop like obsessing over what and or whoever this is, that's when you're going to receive exactly what you're looking for. So for example, say that you are in a relationship long-term and you're treated like poop, and your last relationship you were in long-term treated like poop, and on and on and on. You've never had a good relationship, but you're a good man and you know that you're doing the right thing. And then you look at your friend who's like a cheater, beater, overeater, and they're with the love of their life and this huge wedding, living in a mansion, and you're like, what am I doing wrong? I don't know if you understand this right now, but you definitely will in the next week or two. I feel like the universe is saying like, just stop, like understand that they're going to get theirs too. Karma always comes back around, and you should always wish the best for everybody, especially your enemies. Okay. That's the best thing to do, and how to put like karma cookies in your cookie jar. I don't know if this makes sense to you. I feel like it may not be registering right away, but I think deep down inside, there's something that you secretly want so bad that you don't understand why you don't have it yet, and why other people that you look at as bad or lesser are gaining it so fast. It's kind of like my favorite movie, Hamilton, where he talks about, he's like, he's singing about Hamilton, and he's like, he just keeps rising and rising and rising because all he does is shamelessly self-promote. He doesn't really work. What does he do? And I'm working my butt off trying to impress people, trying to do A, B, and C. And he just keeps going to the top. And I don't understand what it is about him. Yes. Darling Deb, I got the idea because Monica Louv. So I used to watch her. She does the love messages with Monica Louv. But I don't like, and I'm not throwing any shade on Monica Louv, okay? For anyone listening. For me, I did not like her energy. Something about her put me off, but I did see that she has the Monica Louv tarot deck, and it's all pictures of her, and every single one of the pictures is her in the tarot positions. But because I'm doing oracle, I can do whatever I want with it. So it's going to take some time. I still have to find someone who's willing to help me. I'm sorry about the glasses, but the screen, because I sit here and write literally all day. My eyes are hurting. So I have two more, right? You're on mute.
No, I know. Lotus, let's do Lotus first.
Did you guys ever hear the song Karma by Alicia Keys? That is totally my song right now. Yes, very, very much so. It's also like very like whimsical, because she's almost like, it's been so long since she's lived past 23, and she's still aspiring, or like since she's lived to be 30 or whatever. She died very young in like every life. She's still aspiring to be famous in Hollywood. Like that's still her sole aspiration, one of them. So she's going to continue the pattern until either she or what's his face breaks it. She's been like dancing and fluttering this entire time. That's why I keep getting distracted, and that's why my decks keep flying out of my hands. But it is what it is. All right, Lotus, you got the peacock. I tried to do a video one time with some of the yeah, she's amazing. Like talking about things like this. And I got ripped apart so bad that I took the video down and never wanted to do it again. Oh, yes, sir, I can. There you go, baby. Yeah, she's fun. She's been with me for about a week now. At first, I didn't understand why she was here. Maybe like more like 4 days. I'm looking for the peacock, guys. I don't know. It's got to be here somewhere. Crystal, goat, hare. That was Donna's card. The cat, the deer, the fox, honeybee, moth, peacock. Lotus, flaunting its painted fan of brilliantly colored flowers. The peacock is associated with beauty, boldness, vision, prosperity, royalty, spirituality, and watchfulness. This opulent spirit moves with grace, confidence, and a sense of its own grandness. Its harsh voice may seem incongruous with the rest of its beauty, but the peacock reminds that we are all a mixture of traits and qualities that some may admire and others may abhor. Lore surrounding the phenomenon of peacocks killing and eating poisonous serpents suggests that things we fear may be used to transform and strengthen us. Self-love is a radical act that defies society's standards and boxes. Rather than focusing on things you perceive as negative, honor your whole self as a beautiful being, quote unquote, flaws and all. Melissa, Nicole, you have that option, but eventually you will. You have to be like an ascended master to never incarnate anywhere again. You may not want to incarnate here again for a while. You okay?
Yeah. I didn't mean to do that.
Lotus, there is a bold glamour magic in physically altering our appearance. Makeup, fancy dress, costuming, and other physical touch-ups can all have a deeper positive impact, especially when we're feeling down or disassociated from our bodies. It's perfectly fine to put on a display and show off from time to time. Rather than seeing this behavior as hiding reality, view it as showing the world who you really are on the inside. There are times when it's important to be quiet and subdued, and times when you need to be loud, bold, and dramatic. Inner vision and spiritual perception will reveal to you which time it is now. Lotus, I feel like this is just about feeling good about yourself, right? You're going through so much physically, mentally, emotionally, psychically, spiritually, all over the place. And everyone around you is also going through those same things. And being an empath and a light worker, you're taking on all of that, whether you realize it or not. You do know it. I know you know it because I'm your best friend and you tell me. This is about doing something just for you. Even if it's just for 1 hour. Like, what do you like to do? You were talking to me about which filters I use because you never wear makeup. And I told you I only use Snapchat for filters. I don't Snapchat with people anymore, but I do use the filters. So you're like, okay, cool. And then you worried about because your physical health and the weight loss. And honey, be you. Get dressed up. Get up in the morning, put on makeup, and get dressed. They say that doing that really helps us have a more productive day. Like, I sit in front of the computer with my hair in a messy bun, my nutritional shake and my glasses and a hoodie. And I'm like all day like that. But if you get up and you go and do something just for you, go to a spa, go get your nails done, go get a facial at the Macy's counter. Like, I don't know what it is you like. Go shopping and spend a few $100s just because you feel like it. And don't explain yourself to anybody, okay? If you put pictures on social media, people start asking questions, F them, you don't have to answer to anyone. It's time for Lotus to do for Lotus. And this isn't talking about being selfish. Your energy's still with all of this other stuff and all of these other people and everything going on with you and them. We're not even touching that with this card. What this card is saying is, do something for you and do it immediately. I want to have them all day, all to myself, but I'm too cheap to pay for an Uber. 6 miles away, they charge me $25 each way. No. And there's no public transportation or sidewalks where I live, so I'm beat. All right, KC. Casey, I am going to use the Wild Woman Oracle, and then we're going to end, guys. And we normally don't find out our purpose while we're here, but we can discover what we believe it is. You're never going, even me, with the direct lines and connections that I have, I don't know what my actual purpose is, except I was put here to help people, and I'm definitely working on that. It's going to cost me about $3,000. I was a bad girl in my addiction. So I know I'm here to help people. I have to help people. That's my spiritual mission. That's a fact. And I'm to open a spiritual retreat in the next 9 years. But I don't know, like, why did I contract myself for that? Why did I come here the way that I did? Why? I don't have any idea. And I've asked, and I've been told that it's not for me to know at this time. The call of the siren, Casey, the card of sexuality. It's not the card of sex. It's the card of sexuality. Last card of the night. Oh, there she is. Hi. How connected and comfortable do you currently feel within your sexuality? The siren reminds you that your sexuality is made of the same energy that builds universes as it is the life force that courses through all creation. If you have fear or discomfort surrounding your sexuality, whether it be due to social conditioning or painful past experiences, you are being called to heal those wounds and develop a healthy, empowering relationship with your sexuality, beauty, and femininity. Mermaids or sirens are found in the folklore of nearly every part of the world, from Mesopotamia to Europe to West Africa. This is one of the cards I pulled for myself earlier. They are widely believed to be youthful, feminine creatures who possess the upper body of a woman and the lower body of a fish. While there are tales to tell of the mermaid's kindness and benevolence, there are also many stories in which their striking beauty, sensual allure, and seductive song lure men into the deep, dark depths of the sea, where they ultimately drown. The mermaid's beauty, femininity, and sensuality juxtaposed against her mysterious, predatory, and deadly nature symbolizes how humanity views not only the ocean itself, but how it views the feminine, and in particular, feminine sexuality. For thousands of years, female sexuality and virtually all natural feminine qualities have largely been labeled sinful and or vain. Humanity has projected onto the siren its fears, temptations, and repressed desires in relation to female sensuality and sexuality. The mermaid, with her wild, untamed beauty, confidence, and independence, embodies all the aspects of the feminine that we as women must reclaim in order to heal, honor, and hone our sexuality. So yes, okay, it's about sexuality, but I got a message, Casey, where it's like, okay, what is it? What is this feeling of like, less than, like you don't feel pretty enough, or you don't feel smart enough, or you feel like you have somehow failed, like at mothering or wifing, you know, there's some sense of perceived failure on your part. Either, like I said, you don't look good enough, you don't, you know, behave the right way, there's something here that you're very you're feeling lately, or will be in the next week or two, very insecure about. And the universe is saying, like, be you, like, just be who you are, and learn that it's never a bad thing. Even if society says it is, it doesn't, like, who are they? They're not the universe. They're not source. They're not creation. They're just a bunch of other flawed humans that are imperfectly made, just like you are. Honey, be who you are. And I also want to say that this is very similar to the card with Lotus, because I got that you need to be doing something just for KC. Now, while you're there worrying about everyone else, you're still, like I said to her, you're still going to be in that energy. It's not like you're going to forget about, you know, your problems with, I don't know. I'm not saying you do have problems with your husband or your kids. I'm just saying, for example, it's not like, you know, if you go to the mall and go shopping, which is what I like to do and what I really want to do, possibly tomorrow, to get out, or if you want to go to a spa day, or if you want to go to the Renaissance fair, like whatever you want to do it by yourself and for yourself, and don't answer to anyone else about it. These two cards are extremely similar. You can always go back to your duties and feeling like poop another day. It's time, Casey, for you to take control and stop answering to people. There is no authority over you other than, in my opinion, Jesus. And if you don't believe in that, then there's no authority over you. You don't have to answer to anyone. You don't have to explain why you're doing anything, why you feel the way you do. Everything you say, do, think, and feel is valid, whether it's right or wrong, because there is no right or wrong. Society chooses. And again, they're just flawed humans. Yeah, Casey, I really do know, like, really, you know, sometimes in crying yourself to sleep every single night, you wake up in the day and learn a lesson about who you really are and what you really want out of life. So it ends up being a good thing. Guys, I really have to go. I love you all so much. Lara will be here tomorrow from 8 to whenever, probably 8 to 9. Ghost Dragons will be here too, but it's going to be Lara's show. I want to give her that platform. I think she's earned it. She deserves it. And she helps me so much by coming on. Then remember, Monday, I'm going to have at 11 a.m. Eastern, it's going to be, you're so welcome, guys. Portals, alleged portals or gateways to hell. Is going to be the pre-recorded. And then at noon, it's going to be Ghost Dragons, myself, and possibly Chris, the paranormal dude. He's got some more footage that he took, some more pictures. Then Wednesday Night Oracle. And then next Thursday, it's going to be me, Ghost Dragons, and Paranormal Pixie. Guys, I will send out the gifts and the prizes whenever I get a chance. It's going to be at least a week or two. It won't be longer than 2 weeks, and probably not even that long. Tracy, if you're listening or if you come back to listen, I will send out your book for you in the same amount of time. Expect it in about a week or two. You guys are the actual best. Thank you for making me feel so good, and just so like I'm actually contributing something and I'm not just on the wall talking to myself all the time. There's so much more, guys, but you know the deal. I always forget. Send me love, light, and peace, please, so I can get through the next few days of being sick. And don't forget, donations, PayPal, Cash App are the best way because YouTube takes 49% of everything now. But if you send super chats, super stickers, super thanks, I do appreciate those too. And just coming here and spending time, guys. It really does mean a lot to me. Sorry for all the rambling. Thank you. Yes, hot tea, honey, and lemon. You guys are so amazing. Good night, and I love you all. And yeah, I won't see you tomorrow. I will see you Monday for the pre-recorded.